warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven that found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. Best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me for. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend. Lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. Tonight we are doing more Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, last live stream we started Master Quest. Now tonight we're going to do a little bit more. So hope you all had a great evening and stuff. Unkind Mind, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Thank you so much. Hope I pronounced your name right. Sorry. But enjoy the stream. Drop a like on this video if you enjoy it. And let's get to it.
What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we started Lord Jabu Jabu's belly, got ourselves the boomerang, and left Ruto somewhere in like the bowels of Lord Jabu Jabu. So we're gonna go and find her and hopefully finish up the rest of this temple because there's really not a whole lot left. First things first, though, let's activate these two weird cow switches. That way we can get some extra treasure chests. They're not really required, but I mean, they're right here. It's completely optional. Alright, so real quick, let me get rid of this jellyfish, and we'll see what's inside this chest. It's probably Deku Nuts or something. Bomb Chews? Alright, that's a little bit unexpected. I guess, they did want you to use Bomb Chews in the room directly above where I am, although you can just use regular bombs and get away with that just fine. Hey, shouldn't we be heading back towards Princess Ruto right now, Link? We were just there with her, it's fine. Now, I'm pretty sure the reason that message popped up is because technically we're not meant to complete this room right now. Like, you're supposed to come back here much later on when you get an item that allows you to see invisible things. The thing is, if you're like me and you know where those invisible things are, you can complete this room now. So there's a couple invisible enemies that we need to take out. The first of which I believe is right around here. There we go. The second one I think is somewhere over here. Nice. And the very last one is actually the easiest. Just stand in this corner and you can target it. Even though you can't see it, you can still target it. After you take out those three enemies along with like the stingers in the water, that weird pillar will appear right in the middle next to this ledge, allowing us to stand on it and reach this golden skeletal that sadly is behind this web. But good thing for us, we got Din's Fire, so this is a little bit overkill, but we can use Din's Fire to burn down this web and get the skeletal on. And that saves you a little bit of backtracking later on, so even though it is kind of overkill, I do not mind using that at all. Alright, now that that is done, we're basically done with this room, and honestly almost done with the rest of the temple. Like, really, all that's left for us to do is to go and fight the mini-boss and then go directly to the main boss of the temple. Yeah, the layout of this temple is a little bit strange when compared to the original Jabu Jabu's belly, since I think the mini-boss was a little bit earlier on, and then you went to like the normal boss a little bit later, so they're sort of back-to-back in this version of Jabu Jabu's belly, which isn't really a bad thing. It's just kind of weird for like the mini or mid-boss to be towards the end of the temple. Anyways, though, hello Ruto. How inconsiderate. How could you leave me behind? If you're a man, act like one. Take responsibility. I'm sorry, Princess Ruto. Jeez, man. I left you behind so you could hold down that switch. It was a very important job. You need to take responsibility, Princess. I mean, you were the one who moved off the switch. What if I needed you to keep that pressed down? Thank goodness I didn't. You could have cost me my life, Princess. Whatever. Alright, so make sure you have the princess with you and then enter this door because she's gonna freak out. That's it. That's what I've been looking for. Throw me up there, onto the platform. Hey, that thing looks pretty important. Up you... Oh, hang on. Let me try that again. Up you go, Ruto. And just like that, Ruto got the spiritual stone. But why Princess Ruto? Oh my goodness, I finally found my mother's stone. I got very upset when Lord Jabu Jabu swallowed it. While I was feeding him, he suddenly swallowed me. I was so surprised I dropped it inside. But now that I found it, I don't need to be here anymore. So take me home right now. Fine, I just want the stone anyway, so I guess let's get out of here. Oh no. Of course, there is always a catch. Oh, what is this? An octopus? Uh-oh. That's not good. Holy moly, that thing's large and really ugly looking. Oh my gosh, it's coming right after me. So yes, this is the mini boss. It's a big octo. It's really not too hard. I'm just like really bad at sort of running around this room and avoiding the spikes. Point in case, like, I don't know, man. For whatever reason, I feel like anytime I get too close to the spikes, I will end up rolling into it by accident. The boss itself is not hard at all, it's just I am piss poor at running around this room. What you want to do though is try and catch up to him. He moves about the same speed as you, maybe just a little bit slower, so rolling is still like the best way to catch up to him. But once you get close enough, you're going to want to pull out your boomerang and try and hit him in his backside to stun him, and then you can attack his weak point. And here's a little bit of a tip for you. So whichever way like that platform in the middle is spinning, make sure you're going the opposite direction, because that means you'll be going towards his backside. Sometimes he will switch directions and you'll have to turn around. So you can do that quickly by just paying attention to, wow, that was, okay, thank you camera angle, that was just fantastic. But yeah, you can quickly change direction by just trying to pay attention to whichever way the platform in the center is moving. So he'll probably switch again, like, yeah, once they get kind of close to him or whatever. So let's head back this way, and honestly, one more jump slash should take this guy out. I probably could have done it in two if I didn't like normal slash the first time that I stunned him like a moron, but you know, whatever, man. You make mistakes, you just gotta live with them. And there we go, that should do it. So long, mini boss. Yeah, it's really not hard whatsoever. The hardest part, honestly, is avoiding the spikes and getting hit by those. Anyways, now that he's gone, let's hop in the center and see if we can't track down Rudo again. And hello, Mr. Cow. Any secrets for me today? Oh, you just unlocked the door. Well, thanks for your service, Mr. Cow. I appreciate it. Your sacrifice will not be in vain. Alright, see you later, buddy. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I knew something was about to come out of nowhere. Not sure if I can attack those guys with my sword when they're stunned, so I guess I would use Deku Sticks to be on the safe side, but someone in the comments can let me know if you can attack them with your sword when they're stunned. You probably can, but I just wasn't too sure. Think there's something dangerous in this room after I hit that cow. Oh, it's just another cow. I mean, that's not really dangerous. Oh, there it is. I knew there was something in here. Hey, buddy. How you doing, Lizalfo? I missed you. Get out of the cow. What are you doing? Oh, poor cow. I feel kind of bad. You're just like right in the middle of this scrap. Oh, man. Trying my best not to hurt this cow while I'm fighting this Lizalfos. Hopefully you're A-okay, Bessie. I didn't mean to cut you up like that. Anyways, now that he's gone, there should be some boxes back by this door. There they are. So what you want to do with these is take them to these weird, like, gelatin blocks, and then use your boomerang to sort of calm them down and stun them. That way you can jump. I just broke the box. I am a genius. Alright, now we gotta do this really quickly because these guys unfreeze pretty fast. But yeah, just jump across with this box and use it to weigh down this switch. Good thing I didn't break like both of the boxes. I suppose that's why they give you two of them, in case you're an idiot like I am. Alright, so believe it or not, we're actually back in like the second room of this dungeon. Yeah, check it out. All the way over here. But now we can finally go down this left path after we get a recovery heart. Can't say I really needed that, but yeah, now we're very, very close to the boss. In fact, we're kind of in the last room before the boss. And oh, hello, like, I see you there. You know what? Let's just get rid of you. I think there's two of them in here, if memory serves me well. So might as well get rid of both of them before we do like anything else, because there are a couple of things that we can pick up in this room. And there's the second one. How you doing? I killed your brother, and I'm here to take you out. Oh no! Oh, that was very, very close. Oh my gosh. Okay, play a little bit safer, Matt. Make sure you actually stun the like before you charge right into it. Jeez, man. That could have ended very, very poorly. I'm glad that it worked out, though. Alright, so this cow switch is a little bit weird. If we hit it, it's going to move. Not sure how that works, but you want to hit it 3 times, and the final time, oh, maybe 4 times, actually. Yeah, the final time it will unlock that door. It also spawned a fairy. You know what, I don't really need the fairy, though, so whatever, we'll leave it there. Now you're gonna want to climb up here because there's something very, very important. It is a golden skulltula. But first, let me hit this while I'm here. Spawn that chest near the exit. But yeah, here's the golden skulltula. So what you want to do to get this one is try and throw your boomerang to like the right or the left and have it loop around and hit the skulltula on the way back. It's very, very liberal. So as long as you're like somewhat near it, you should be able to hit it. And then you can just target onto the token itself and grab that. Apparently right through the wall. So cool, I'll take it. Anyways, now that we've done that, we're basically done and ready to take on the boss. Let's grab whatever's inside this chest. 5 rupees. Great. Alright, well, now it's time to take on the boss. So, let's do this, guys. Now I'm going to say this right now. I'm really, really bad at this boss. So I probably will take a lot of unnecessary damage. And gross. It's a giant jellyfish. Oh, it's several giant jellyfish. And whatever the heck that thing is. Alright, so this is Bioelectric and Enemy Baronade. Baronade is very weird. First things first, watch out for those like weird flower things that shoot electricity at you. Just try and sidestep them, and then to start the fight, you want to take down those weird tentacles that are connecting him to Jabu's belly. It's kind of like the start of the Callie Deimos fight on Wind Waker. But now we're into the more annoying stuff, and oh my gosh, already this is going swimmingly. Yeah, the spinning jellyfish are like my kryptonite for this fight. I know they're supposed to be easy to avoid, but I am just like attracted to them like a magnet or something because they always hit me. No matter what I do, I always tend to get hit by these guys. Like, the fight is not hard, I'm just an idiot, so that just sort of is what happens in this fight over and over and over again. Thankfully, there's only one left, so I should be able to take this one out if I can actually target it. There we go. Alright, so that's only like wave 1 of the jellyfish. Now there's a whole secondary wave, so this time you're just sort of going to want to wait this out. Like, those jellyfish are acting as a shield. We really can't do a whole lot to them until they slow down, and then once they do, we can... Okay, where? I don't know why I targeted the wall there. That was a little bit weird. But yeah, you just want to target the jellyfish and try and take them out as quickly as you can. Sadly, I only got one there, but you know, maybe next time we won't randomly target the wall. That'd be great. Come on, slow down. I think I can stun you. There we go. And now, let's get rid of more of these jellyfish if we can. Once we get rid of them, we can start like attacking the main body. And darn it! Oh my gosh, there's one left again. Come on, I was so close. Like, there we go. Now all the jellyfish are gone. All we have to worry about are the weird, like, electric satellite things. And all I have to do now is stun the body and go in for some quick, easy damage. Thankfully, the jellyfish do not come back, so we just have to rinse and repeat, like, stunning him for the rest of this fight. You can sidestep the electricity very, very easily and just stun him at the second, like, he comes out of the ground. And, oh man. Alright, couple more jump attacks, and he should go down as long as I don't jump right into the electricity. That would be great. This fight has not gone well, like, at all, man, but thankfully, it should be over. Goodbye, Baronade. I will not miss you. At least we got, like, the satisfaction of watching him completely explode. So that's always good. Alright, well, there is our heart container, so let's pick that up. And with that, we're basically done with Jabu's belly. And oh man, Ruto's over there waiting for us. She looks pissed too. Well, let's get out of here and face the music. You're late. What took you so long? You're useless. I was just lonely, that's all, just a little. Aw, she's blushing. Well, we're done here, so goodbye, Jabu. Whoa, personal space, Ruto, back off, girl. Are you crazy? Well, I mean, the answer is yes, we already knew that. I don't even know why I asked, honestly. save me, so I guess I'll reward you. What do you wish? Just tell me. I want that spiritual stone. You mean the spiritual stone of water, Zora Sapphire, don't you? My mother gave it to me and said I should give it only to the man who will be my husband. You might call it Zora's engagement ring. Alright. I'll give you my most precious possession, Zora Sapphire. Neat. Man, it seems like everyone except Link can do this cool energy thing where they spawn, like, actual objects out of pure light.
Be right back. Be right back.
You are left behind, and I've lost everything. Forever living in the dark. I feel so alive, still remembering what I want, but it ends with you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile and don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down. Slow
If only I could do that, man. Maybe that's how Link stores, like, all of his items. He just turns them into energy.
I didn't want that.
Alright, so with that, we obtained Zora Sapphire, the third spiritual stone. Her most precious possession. You don't know what she's talking about, but you finally collected all 3 spiritual stones. Go back to see Princess Zelda. Don't tell my father. Alright, so with the third spiritual stone in hand, we should probably do what the game said and go and see Princess Zelda. So, man, as much as I love the Zoras in Zora's Domain, I really don't want to be here anymore. I kind of want to take a shower. So, I think that's going to do it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we finished up Lord Jabu Jabu's belly and got ourselves the third and final spiritual stone. Now we need to make our way back to Hyrule Castle at some point in the inevitable future and talk to Princess Zelda. But before we do that in this episode, there's a couple of side quests that I would like to take care of first. And before we even leave Zora's Fountain, there is actually another golden Skulltula that we can get. But of course, it does need to be nighttime first, so let's play the Sun Song. That way the Skulltula will appear before our very eyes. Actually, it won't, because I forgot when you play the Sun Song, unless you're out in, like, you know, Hyrule Field or Zora's River, it resets your position. So, again, now let's go on top of this log, and we should be able to see our Skulltula friend hanging out on the wall back there. So of course, let's just use our slingshot to destroy this bad boy, and our newly acquired boomerang to pick up that token. And I believe this is our 30th gold Skulltula, if I'm not mistaken, so that's pretty dang awesome. That also means that if we go to Kakariko, we can get ourselves another prize. And I think we probably should do that as quickly as we can, but along the way there is actually another golden Skulltula that I would like to pick up in Hyrule Field. So we'll do that, it's along the way, shouldn't take us too long, and then, you know, if my count is somehow incorrect, that extra Skulltula should at least put us over 30 so we can get that prize. Now I'm going to say this now, there's going to be a lot of traveling in this video, like we're going to be going to and from a bunch of places that we've already been to, so I will try and cut out as much as I possibly can to save us all some time, but we're going to be doing different things in these areas and sort of just finishing up some smaller miscellaneous like child side quests that we can do right now. And the reason why I'm doing these right now instead of later is because, well, one, we can, so why not, and two, I think one of the side quests might actually be glitched on the 3D version of this game, so if you don't do it now, there is a slight chance that the game will like glitch and lock you out of never being able to complete this side quest later on, so I really don't want to take that risk, so might as well just do it now, get it over with, and then we don't need to worry about it anymore throughout like the rest of the game. Plus, while we're here, actually I should have gotten up over there. Alright, you know what, not a big deal, but I do want to stop and talk to the bean salesman because we're actually going to be planting a couple of magic beans in this video that we will make use of a little bit later. So, we have the rupees now, we don't really need them for anything else. Let's just go and buy a few of these beans, shall we? So yeah, now they're 20 rupees, and they're going to go up by 10 every single time we buy one. So this guy will just quickly eat up all of your rupees if you're not careful. Yeah, I'll buy one more. I think, you know what, now I think we actually should be good with that at least for now. So we should be good. Again, I'll come back and buy the rest of the beans a little bit later on, but that should do it for now. Now that we got those beans, let's head out to Hyrule Field and find that next Skulltula, shall we? So this one's actually pretty easy to get, although you do need the slingshot and the boomerang to get it, so that's sort of why I didn't bother showing off where it was before, since obviously we couldn't have collected it. But it's really right next to the entrance to Kakariko Village, like it's by one of the trees. Also, if you have the Stone of Agony, it becomes even easier to find since it will blink once we get close to that tree. Oh man, the moat to Hyrule Castle is closed and it's all dark and gray. It's kind of weird and spooky. I wonder what that's about. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Okay, so our Shard of Agony, there it is, should alert us to this secret. So let's grab our bombs and I think we need to place it around here if I'm not mistaken. That might be too far away. Oh, never mind, it still worked. Perfect. So this hole appears. Now we can go down here and find ourselves this little tiny grotto. And yeah, watch out for the big Skulltula. Let's just take him out real quick. And right up to our left is a little tiny golden Skulltula. So come on, friend. There we go. That should be our 31st golden Skulltula. And I gotta say, like, we're not doing too bad on golden Skulltulas. Like, already we've almost got a third of all the golden Skulltulas in the game. And we're only just now finishing up the child section. So I'd say we're doing pretty dang well. Okay, so again, very quickly, before we go to Hyrule Castle and see what all those spooky clouds were about, let's head here into Kakariko and get ourselves that next reward. And this one, I highly, highly recommend that you pick up before going to Hyrule Castle. It's really, really useful, and it's going to help you out to have this as early as you possibly can. So, let's go inside and see which one of the weird spider kids has turned back to normal. I think it's this guy in the back. So, what's going on, my man? The curse has been broken. Thank you. Here's a reward for you. And he gives us the Giant's Wallet. So now we can hold up to 500 rupees. Yeah, our previous wallet could only hold up to 200. Now we can hold up to 500. And rupees are pretty important in this game. You don't need a whole lot of them, but being able to carry a lot of them is helpful in those few instances where you actually do need rupees. Like, the 200 wallet is definitely not enough, so at least now we can start saving up a lot of rupees. Now that we got that, though, that's almost everything that I want to do in terms of side questing. But there's still a few more things that I want to take care of back in the Lost Woods. Problem is, I need to go to Hyrule Castle Town first, so we are going to trigger this cutscene and see what all these dark and stormy evil clouds are about. So, yeah, I mean, we just got to make our way over to the moat in Hyrule Castle. I mean, it's up right now, so we can't even go inside, which is kind of a problem, honestly, but we'll see what that's about. I lost her. You, over there, little kid. You must have seen the white horse gallop past just now. Which way did it go? Answer me. So, you think you can protect them from me? You've got guts, kid. You want a piece of me? Very funny. I like your attitude.
Ah, the holidays. Get together for smooth celebrations.
Pathetic little fool. Do you realize who you are dealing with? I am Ganondorf, and soon I will rule the world. You know, I can understand why Ganondorf wants to take over the world. Like, did you see his nose? That thing was huge, man. He probably gets bullied all the time. See, that's why you shouldn't make fun of people's noses. Alright, so Zelda threw something into this here mode, so let's see if we can pick it up. Although, this actually should be really easy to pick up, but I'm apparently just stupid. Alright, come on, Link, just swim over it. There we go, jeez. So we got the Ocarina of Time. This is the royal family's hidden treasure that Zelda left behind. It glows with a mysterious light. Link, can you hear me? It's me, Zelda. Link, when you hold this ocarina in your hand, I won't be around anymore. I wanted to wait for you, but I couldn't delay any longer. At least I could leave you the ocarina and this melody. And with that, we've learned the Song of Time, one of the most important songs in the entire game. Now, Link, play this melody in front of the altar in the Temple of Time. You must protect the Triforce. And thankfully, somehow we're back out in front of the moat. Hey, I'll take it. Anyways, yeah, so Zelda clearly wants us to play this in front of the altar in the Temple of Time. And your first instinct might be to do that right away. And if you want to continue with the plot, yeah, that'd be exactly what you want to do. But like I said, there's a few more side quests that I want to take care of first. So, before we go to the Temple of Time and do all that jazz, let's make our way over to the Happy Mask Shop and pay back the owner and get ourselves another mask. And this is like part of the quest that I was talking about that you might get locked out of, so you might want to do this first. Alright, so we need to pay back the 10 rupees that we got for selling the Keaton mask. So that's done, and now we're going to, I guess, borrow the skull mask. It's 20 rupees, whatever, we'll take it. Now that we got that, we want to go and give this to the Skull Kid back in the Lost Woods. So, to save us some time, I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so I never showed this off. This is the shortcut to the Lost Woods from Zora's River. It's right next to the entrance to Zora's Domain. And I'm coming here not because it's like faster to get to the Skull Kid, but there's actually an upgrade here in the Lost Woods that I would like to pick up. And I'm pretty sure, like, this entrance to the Lost Woods puts me very, very close to where that upgrade is. And I think I want to go right. Actually, no, not right. It's reversed, so I want to go left, I believe. Yeah, and then I want to go right. Like, I want to go back to where those two business scrubs were. So this is the spot. Now, before we mess with the business scrubs, let's head in the back here. There's some butterflies around this area, and there is a hole that we can sort of fall down. So, you want to come down here, and this is really, really bizarre, but come down here, take out the skull mask, put it on, and then go where all these Deku scrubs are, and yeah, the Deku scrubs go crazy, man. Like, I don't know what it is, but apparently they love you now. So yeah, we're gonna go and talk to this guy. All of the young Deku Scrub brothers agree. You look exactly like our sacred forest totem. As an offering from us, please accept these Deku sticks. We will also enhance your carrying skills. Abracadabra. Alakazam. And with those magic words, we can now hold up to 30 Deku sticks. Hooray! Yeah, kind of like a useless upgrade, but figured we might as well get it while we're in the area. Okay, don't be too quick to leave though, because there's one last thing that I would like to take care of. Let me just get rid of this business scrub real quick because he's standing right next to a soft soil spot. Now, before this contained a golden Skulltula, but I actually do want to plant a magic bean inside the soil spot. That way we can come back a little bit later on and use it to get something else. Now that we've done that though, let's just get lost and go back to the entrance because that's the quickest way to reach the Skull Kid. Plus, I'm not even entirely sure if I remember the way back correctly. So yeah, whatever. Just reset your position and I guess all we have to do is hang it right because the Skull Kid should be right there. Alright, now let's go and equip our skull mask again. And you're going to want to do this before you talk to it because this will start a new conversation. Hee under that mask. Aren't you that Kokiri kid? Quite an unusual mask you have there. Hee I like it. It may make me look a little bit tougher. Hey, why don't you give it to me? Alright, sure thing, man. Yeah, I'm gonna wear this all the time. Alright, so he gave us 10 rupees for the 20 rupee mask. We lost money on that deal. Aww. Go back to the mask shop and pay 20 rupees for the mask. The difference will come out of your own pocket. That was a bad deal, Link. All of my deals are the best deals I ever made in my life. Sad that we made a bad deal like that. Anyways, here's another soft soil spot. So, let's go and grab our magic beans again and just plant another one right over here. And that is the last bean that I want to plant for right now. So that pretty much wraps up all the side quests that I had in mind. So So I guess really all that's left for us to do is make our way to the Temple of Time. But you know what? I think we can save that for the next video. So I'm going to end things off here. If you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. In the last episode, we got the Ocarina of Time from Princess Zelda and learned the Song of Time. We also did a few side quests, which is why we're here in Kokiri Forest. Now, I know I said I would go to the Temple of Time in this video, but I kind of forgot I was playing Master Quest, and what I mean by that is, yeah, if I was playing normal Ocarina of Time, I probably would go directly to the Temple of Time right now. But in Master Quest, after you get the Song of Time, a lot sort of opens up to you in terms of Skulltula collecting. So, we're going to go and do that first and maybe finish up the mask trading side quest. These things shouldn't take us too long, and I promise you we will go to the Temple of Time, like, within the next video for sure. Anyways, though, we're going to start by going back inside the Deku Tree, and I'll spare us some time and cut to directly where the first Golden Skulltula is. So, I'll see you guys there. Okay, so the first Golden Skulltula is back in the room where we first found the compass. If you guys remember correctly, there were some boulders up on that cliff over there that we really couldn't do anything about, but now that we have bomb shoes, well, we can very easily just send them up the wall, and that bomb shoe went the entirely wrong way, so let's try that again. Bomb shoes are really weird, man. Like, one wrong move and they'll go at like a completely different angle. And can I squeeze through here? Yes, I can. Perfect. So, here's the first Skulltula. Let's just destroy it real quick and collect that token with our boomerang. Fantastic. The other two are in the basement, so I'll meet you guys down there. Alright, so we're back down in the basement. This is the room with the 4 torches and the keys on all of them. It's also next to like the only other room that we have yet to explore inside the Deku Tree, so it should be pretty easy to find, unlike the first Skulltula. This one is like really cryptic, and your only clue is that like Navi flies up and alerts you to some invisible objects in this room. What you want to do though is take out your ocarina and play the Song of Time. Not sure how you would really know to do this, but if you do it, it causes a bunch of these Song of Time blocks to appear, and now we need to do something that 3D Zelda games were never good at, being platformers, because we want to climb all of these Song of Time blocks at the very top, where we can find a Golden Skulltula. Very cryptic, honestly. But I mean, that is basically Master Quest in a nutshell. So they sort of expect you to know things about this game that first-time players probably wouldn't know. So that's why it's unlocked, you know, after you beat normal Ocarina of Time, I guess. But there is our second Golden Skulltula that we couldn't get before. But there's still one more. So let's get rid of that Deku Baba real quick, and then we need to burn down that web, which will lead us into the only room we have yet to explore, and that's where we're going to find our last and final Skulltula. I am glad that we can get like all the Skulltulas we missed right now, so we don't have to like wait until later on to come back here again and get these Skulltulas. For right now, we can just pick them all up with our current items and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm just going to use Din's Fire right now. I know it's a little bit overkill, but there's a lot of enemies in here, so might as well just take them all out at once. It looks really cool. Plus, we can instantly grab that Golden Skulltula. Alright, so we're done here. Let's make our way over to Lon Lon Ranch, and I'll meet you guys over there. And here we are. So yeah, there's 2 Skulltulas we can pick up very quickly here on Lon Lon Ranch during nighttime. The first of which is right on this building. I believe I pointed this one out before, but yeah, we can grab this one very easily with our boomerang. And there's one more that I think I failed to point out earlier on, but it's in the back of the ranch near that like weird chimney looking building where we found that piece of art. It's like to the left of that. So yeah, we're just gonna run back there real quick and pick it up. Both of these you will need the boomerang to collect, so it's not really like we could have gotten these any sooner. And yeah, you can just about see the Skulltula coming into view right now. So let's try and avoid the birds if we can and just collect this guy. Oh no, they found us. Darn it. I thought I was being sneaky there, but whatever. There's our golden Skulltula. Let's make our way over to Hyrule Castletown now, because I want to go to the mask shop, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, so we're back in the Hyrule Castletown Marketplace, and yeah, we're just going to go and get the next mask from the Happy Mask Salesman. I believe I do owe him some money, though, so might as well repay our debt while we're here. So, yeah, I owe him 20 rupees, whatever, man. Take your money. I don't need it anyways. Alright, so the next mask that we can sell is the Spooky Mask. It's 30 rupees, also a sad wooden mask. So we're just going to get this, and the person who wants this mask is actually in the Kakariko Graveyard. So now that we have this, let's make our way over there and make our sale. I'll meet you guys there. Alright, so here we are in the graveyard. Make sure it's daytime because you're going to want to equip your Spooky Mask, put it on, and then talk to this weird looking kid. Yeah, it's Dompe, the Gravekeeper. Huh? Oh, it's just a mask. I get a different kind of fright from that mask than I get from Dompe. Will you give that mask to me? Sure thing, man. With this mask, I'll be just like Dompe. Here's my money. Alright, so we sold the 30 rupee mask to a kid for full price, and he didn't mind paying at all. Head back to the mask shop and pay the 30 rupees for the mask. You can get the new mask model too. Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, kid. Man, I don't know where he got 30 rupees, but hey, I have no qualms taking money from a kid. Anyways, let's make it nighttime now because there is another Skulltula that we can pick up now that we have the boomerang. I think I pointed this one out before. A couple of you guys actually said I missed this, but it's not possible to get this one unless you have the boomerang because it's too far, like, up the wall. So I could have killed it with my, like, slingshot. I just wouldn't have been able to collect the token. So, yeah, it's right over here. So, you know the drill. Let's just kill the Skulltula real quick and get that token. Afterwards, I think we'll go back to Castletown and just, like, get the next mask that we need. So, I'll see you guys there. Alright, back in the marketplace again. Let's pay back our debt and get the final mask that we need to sell. So hello man, here's your 30 rupees for your mask, whatever. The next mask is the bunny hood. It's 50 rupees and sadly unlike the bunny hood in Majora's Mask, this one does not make you run faster. I really wish it did because my gosh, the bunny hood in Majora's Mask is like one of my favorite masks in that game. But sadly its effect is limited to that game and that game only. Anyways, the character who wants this mask is out in Hyrule Field and he might be kinda tricky to track down. So I would recommend doing this during the daytime and if you're playing Master Quest, you're going to want to probably go to the left the second you get out of Hyrule Field. Of course, if you're playing normal Ocarina of Time, you're probably going to want to go off to the right. But yeah, you'll see him running around Hyrule Field and you kind of want to catch him before he makes one of his stops. That way you can talk to him and sell him the mask. I would also recommend having the Giant's Wallet for reasons you'll see in the future. I'm just sort of scanning around Hyrule Field and making sure he didn't already pass me because he does move very, very quickly. And I think that's him off in the distance right there. So I apologize for this, but I am going to be rolling to try and catch up to him because I want to make sure I talk to him before or as soon as he makes that first stop, because he does make a couple of different stops, and if I can get him on the first stop, this quest will go by a lot faster. And there he is. Yes, he is the Running Man. So we're just going to keep up with him for a little bit and make sure we do not lose track of him. We can't talk to him while he's running, but he does want this mask. Trust me, he should stop like any second now though. Like I know he does so around here somewhere. So come on, dude. You getting kind of tired? Yeah, I know you are. There we go. Perfect. Let's talk to him. I bet with those long ears you could even hear the voice of the spirits. Oh, these are genuine rabbit ears from the animal of legend. I don't care how expensive it is. Please sell it to me. Sure. My long-time dream, returning to the wildlife. Finally, the actors, stage, and prop have been united. It's a 50 rupee mask, but he paid you a crazy amount of money for it. More money than you can count. Yeah, so this guy will max out your wallet no matter what, which is why I recommend having the Giant's wallet. Anyways, back to the mask shop. I'll see you guys there. Alright, so that does it for the Happy Mask like trading side quest. Let's just repay our debt and be done with it. So here's your stupid 50 rupees, my man. Oh yeah! Very well done. All the masks are sold out. I knew I could trust you. As a reward, I will lend you this special mask. This is the Mask of Truth. It is a mysterious mask passed down by the Sheikah. With this mask, you can see into other people's minds. It's useful, but scary. Why is it scary? You may find out as you grow older and wiser in the ways of the world. Ho ho ho! Well, thanks, Santa Claus. Now we got the Mask of Truth. Alright, so, yeah, now we can just, like, come here and borrow any mask we want, although there's really no point. At least we got the Mask of Truth. It's ours to keep for, like, the rest of the game. We don't need to sell it to anybody. Now that that is done, though, there's still more Skulltulas to collect, and the next ones are going to be in Dodongo's Cavern. So, I'm just going to head over there, and I'll see you guys once I get there. Man, we are just going all over the place in this episode. So, here we are in Dodongo's Cavern. There's two Skulltulas that we're going to want to pick up here, and conveniently enough, they're both in those rooms that are, like, marked as unentered. So I guess if, like, you've been following my playthrough exactly, go to those two rooms, and that's where you're going to find your two golden Skulltulas. The first one is, like, right here, so we're just going to go and grab this one first. It's also really, really dumb, and you need the Song of Time for this. So, yeah, this entire, like, room is filled to the brim with these Song of Time blocks. I have no idea why Nintendo thought this was a good idea, but what you have to do is stand as close to these blocks as you can, play the Song of Time, and that will just, like, slowly remove these blocks. You can do, like, 2 or 3 at a time, but you want to make sure you remove the ones on the rightmost side of the room, because that's where the Skulltula is. There is nothing else inside this room besides, like, the Golden Skulltula, the Song of Time blocks, and a few enemies here and there. So it's, like, really, really dumb that Nintendo would do this. But again, that's sort of Master Quest. Like, I can't think of anything more Master Quest than just doing something incredibly tedious for something so minimal. That's like Master Quest in a nutshell. Anyways, there's our first Golden Skulltula, so I'll see you guys at the next one. Alright, so the last one is in this room over here. It's connected to the room with, like, all the Poes in it, and, yeah, I kind of forgot there were a few enemies in here. For whatever reason, like, I thought the Golden Skulltula that was in here was just literally on the wall hanging out, and that was it. Nope, there's some enemies in here that we need to take out first. And, oh, good thing I was wearing my Hylian shield, otherwise I just would have burned my Deku shield. But yeah, take care of all those enemies, and the Skulltula should be on this back wall right up here. And obviously, you need to make sure you have the boomerang in order to collect this one. But if I can actually get it to target it, I can do this one manually, I guess. Actually, never mind. There you go, Navi. Thank you, girl. There's our token. Alright, next up, Jabu Jabu's belly. I'll see you guys there. Man, oh man, I did not think I was going to be coming back here so soon. I'm going to drop Pharaoh's Wind right at the start just because we can use this to warp out of here once we get the one and only Skulltula that we're missing. Yeah, I'm coming back for one Skulltula. It would have been 2, but if you guys remember correctly, we went into that room with all the invisible enemies and got the Skulltula there. So I'm really glad that I did that early because it definitely saved me a lot of backtracking. Anyways, let's jump down here, and I kind of wanted to land in the water, but whatever. The damage doesn't really matter. You just head into this room, and we're going to find yet another Song of Time block. So, of course, you need the Ocarina of Time and the Song of Time in order to remove this block. And underneath is where we're going to find the last Skulltula that I want to pick up right now. So, thank goodness, man. I know it's been like an entire episode, and for me, a really, really long time since I've been walking around everywhere, but we are finally done collecting Skulltulas for now. So let's go back to the entrance and get out of here. Favor's Wind is so incredibly useful, and that's just like a small taste of it. Anyways, though, now that we've done all that, I think that's a good place to end off this video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we traveled all over the world of Hyrule collecting golden Skulltulas. We even revisited the 3 temples that we've been through previously to pick up a couple that we couldn't get with the items that we had the first time we went through those dungeons. Now that that is done, and we also completed the mask trading side quest, really the only thing left for us to do is go to the Temple of Time. I know I've been putting it off for what seems like forever, but we're basically done with like everything that we can do right now as Child Link. Like, I understand there's a few things here and there that we could do right now, but I really don't want to do those things because they're not really like time sensitive, meaning that like, you know, we can just go back and do those later on in the game and there's going to be no consequence whatsoever. So for now, we're just going to make our way directly to the Temple of Time, and I guess I'll save you guys the travel and meet you guys over there. And hey, would you look at that? They're putting down the drawbridge just as we arrive. That was perfect timing if I do say so myself. Alright, so I don't think I've actually showed this off, but yeah, the entrance to the Temple of Time is connected to the Hyrule Castletown Marketplace, so if we go into the marketplace, it should be off to our right when you're coming in from Hyrule Field, and we should be able to see in the distance, yeah, there it is. Looks pretty stinking fancy, doesn't it? And yes, it looks almost identical to the one that you saw in the Breath of the Wild trailer, so not sure what that means, but I'm sure we'll find out when that game is released. And here we are inside the Temple of Time. Man, this place looks amazing on the 3DS version of the game. I love what they did to the place. It looks so stinking good. Anyways, well, let's check out this pedestal. There are 3 hollows and an inscription here. Ye who owns 3 spiritual stones, stand with the Ocarina of Time and play the Song of Time. That is how the inscription reads. Alright, well, you know what to do, guys. So let's take out the Ocarina and play the Song of Time. And using the 3 spiritual stones and the Song of Time, it looks like we've unlocked the Door of Time inside the Temple of Time. Oh man, how many times can I say the word time? One too many, that's for sure. Alright, let's head back here and... Link, isn't that... It's that legendary blade. The Master Sword. Well, 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 the Blade of Evil's Bane. And it's ours for the taking. That seemed a little bit too easy, but you know what? Let's just grab it. Excellent work. As I thought, you held the keys to the door of time. You had led me to the gates of the sacred realm. Yes, I owe it all to you, kid. Link. Wake up, Link, the chosen hero.
Come here. Come here. Dee dee. Dee dee.
I am Raru, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages, inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil-destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Link, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. Oh my gosh, where did I get these pants? Look, Link, you're big now. You've grown up. The Master Sword is a sacred blade that evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. Well, do you understand your destiny? I think so. But remember, though you open the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power, he became the King of Evil. His evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence, even in this sacred realm. Namely, this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sage's seal will contain all of the evil power in the void of this realm. I, Rauru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you. Find the power of the other sages, and add their might to your own. Oh wow, he gave us a golden biscuit! Raru.
It's a biscuit.
Just kidding, that's the
Ta-da.
light medallion. Raru the Sage has his power to yours. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. And well, now we're back in the Temple of Time. Although, 7 years have passed, so things are going to be a little bit different, I think. Kind of weird. Link, we're back in the Temple of Time. But have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Well, let's get out of here. Sounds like a good idea. So yeah, we can't use like our slingshot, boomerang, stuff like that, which kind of stings because those are like really good weapons. And who is that? I've been waiting for you, Hero of Time. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages who dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest. One on a high mountain. One under a vast lake. One within the house of the dead. One inside a goddess of the sand. Together with the Hero of Time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. That is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikah. As I see you standing there holding the mythical Master Sword, you really do look like the legendary Hero of Time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the Forest Temple. The sage is a girl, I'm sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I'm saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. You understand, Link? I think I do. So, looks like we got some more temples to go through, but we're not even ready to take on the first one yet. So, looks like our first stop is going to be Kakariko Village. It'll be interesting to see what like 7 years has done to Kakariko, but we're going to find out in the next video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we drew the Master Sword from its resting place and slept for 7 years. During that time, Ganondorf obtained the Triforce and took over Hyrule. All hope is not lost because if we manage to rescue the sages, we can seal Ganondorf's evil away in the void. So in this episode, we're going to take Sheik's advice and head over to Kakariko in search of an item, and that will allow us to reach the first of those sages. So, let's get out of here. Now, 7 years, a lot has happened in 7 years, and you can kind of already see how different this area looks. Ganondorf's rule has not been kind to Hyrule Castle or the marketplace. Like, just look at this place, man. Everything is destroyed, all the NPCs are gone, and instead, we have Redeads just like roaming the streets. It's not looking good. And then, to make matters worse, if we head north towards Hyrule Castle, well, it's just, not even here anymore. Like, it's completely destroyed. And in its place is Ganon's castle. And I gotta say, like, Ganondorf, your design skills are on point, my man. That castle looks pretty intimidating, not gonna lie. But yeah, this is no longer Hyrule Castle. Instead, it's Ganon's castle. So I just sort of wanted to show this off to give you guys some sort of perspective and let you see what Ganondorf's done with the place in those 7 years. And now it's up to us to correct this anomaly in the timeline and set things straight. So let's leave this and make a beeline directly for Kakariko, because there's really nothing we can do here right now. And I think the game sends you over to Kakariko first because a lot of the NPCs and characters that you would meet in Hyrule Castle Town Marketplace have since moved over to Kakariko, like, after Ganondorf took over. So you'll find a lot of the NPCs there. And although Ganondorf's reign does have implications all over Hyrule, a lot of it is, consolidated to Hyrule Castle Town and the Marketplace, which is fine by me because, like I said, there's really not a whole lot that we can do there right now anyways. So, here we are, finally back in Kakariko, and Kakariko has done well over the past 7 years. In fact, it's pretty bustling, and all the construction that was taking place, like, when we were a kid is now finished. So, there's a couple of new buildings here and some new things that we can do. But we're going to save that for a later date. For now, the first thing that I want to do is talk to the Cuckoo lady, who looks exactly the same after 7 years. I brought a new type of miniature cuckoo. I call it the pocket cuckoo. I don't get goosebumps from this baby. Cuckoos are very good at getting lazy late risers out of bed. Haven't you heard of them before? It makes them very happy to crow cuckoo, especially when it wakes up a very heavy sleeper. However, my cuckoo is not entirely happy right now. You look like you're good at handling cuckoos. Here, take this egg. After this cuckoo hatches, bring it back to me after a while and I'll check out its mood. What do you think? Will you try? Sure, why not? I'll give it a shot. So we got ourselves another egg. This time it's a pocket egg. So we'll stuff that away in our pocket, and while we're incubating this, what do you say we make our way over to the graveyard? Because, well, when we were a kid and we needed some new items, we would rob graves. And now that we're an adult, I guess you could say we're going to be falling back to some old habits. First things first, I want to check out this sign because it reads, Heart-pounding grave digging tour. Tours are canceled until a new gravekeeper is found. We apologize for any inconvenience. Oh no! What happened to Dompe, man? In 7 years, he's no longer with us. Oh, that's kind of sad. Alright, to get more information, I guess we can head inside the gravekeeper's hut because we're going to find the gravekeeper's diary. So, let's read it and figure out what happened. Whoever reads this, please enter my grave and I will let you have my stretching, shrinking keepsake. I'm waiting for you, Dompe. I have no idea what he's talking about. That could be a number of different things and taken a number of different ways, but at least we know Dompe has sort of passed on. Now, I actually forgot to do something as a kid. When you're a kid, there is a soft soil spot over here that you can get a Skulltula from and also plant a magical bean in. I forgot to plant the bean. In fact, you can actually see it in my inventory. One bean that I forgot to plant. Obviously, when you're an adult, that would grow into like a plant that you could ride on. It'll take you up on the ledge to my left, and there is a piece of heart up there. I can fix that later on, but right now I'm sort of locked out of going back in time. So instead, we're going to ignore that and go inside good old Dompe's grave and see if we can't get that stretching, shrinking keepsake, whatever it is that may be. But there's Dompe himself. He's a ghost. Young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare. Alright, Dompe, bring it on. So, yeah, we're going to race through Dompe's grave. Be careful because obviously he's spitting flames at you. Those are there to sort of, let you know where Dompe is going if you do get left behind, but honestly, they are kind of an obstacle too, since if you run into them, you will get burned and sort of fall down. Like that. Perfect timing, man. Alright, so, we actually do need to do this twice. The first time, as long as we follow him, we'll get, like, the special keepsake that he's talking about, but if we do this a second time afterwards and, complete the race in less than a minute, we can get a piece of heart. Now, generally speaking, a lot of people wait until much, much later on in the game to do the race a second time, but you really don't need to, because as long as, like, you roll even a little bit, you should be able to beat this race in less than a minute. Like, I could probably even do it this time around if I'm quick enough. So, yeah, 57 seconds, and that was with me getting hit by a flame. Anyways, let's talk to Dompe then. The time of this race was 57 seconds. Hey, young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me, hee hee hee. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the hook shot. Its spring-loaded chain will pull you to any spot where its hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it'll help you. I live here now, so come back again sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing, be careful on your way back. And Dompe just burns away, but he causes this chest to appear. And obviously, this is the chest that contains the hook shot. So, let's open this up and get one of the coolest items in, like, Zelda history. The hook shot. This is exactly what we need to reach the first temple. And of course, that's where we're going to find the first stage. Alright, so let's get out of here. And obviously, there are some Song of Time blocks just, like, standing in our way. So, let's play the Song of Time to get these out of the way, and then we'll be able to go right back to Kakariko, which is kind of nice. But we're going to be taking a detour through another building where we're going to learn another song. And this is one of my favorite areas in the game, just because of this iconic tune that plays here. Now, obviously, real quick, you can see a piece of heart just hanging out on that ledge. What they want you to do is, like, jump to the center of the windmill, but they just gave us the hook shot, and since it attaches to wood, we can just hook shot right over to this platform. No jumping required. It's a whole heck of a lot easier to get the piece of heart that way. While we're in here, though, there is a character that you're definitely going to want to speak to as an adult. So, let's see what's going on with the creepy windmill guy, shall we? Grr. I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. Grr. It's all that Ocarina Kid's fault. Next time he comes around here, I'm gonna mess him up. Ocarina Kid, huh? Well, he's clearly talking about us, but I'm not sure what he's referring to. Let's pull out our ocarina. What? You've got an ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time 7 years ago. Back then, a mean kid came here and played a strange song. It messed up this windmill. I'll never forget this song. And neither will anyone who has played this game. And with that, we have learned one of the most iconic tunes in Ocarina of Time, the Song of Storms. And this is kind of funny because we just created a huge time paradox. Like, obviously that guy was talking about the Ocarina Kid who played that song and messed up the windmill, but we didn't know this song as a kid. We just learned it now from the windmill guy. So, since the windmill guy taught us the song as an adult, we now have to go back in time and play that song for the windmill guy. That way he can teach it to us as an adult. It's a huge time paradox. Anyways, I'm going to go and do the second race with Dompe, and I'll see you guys once I'm done. And we are just about done. Wow, 55 seconds. Not bad. Faster than the last race, too. Cool. That time was 55 seconds. You're back, young man. Was the present I gave you fun and useful? I mean, I guess I haven't really used it yet, though. But he burns away and gives us another piece of heart. So yeah, very, very easy to get right now. No need to wait until much, much later in the game to pick that one up. Now that we got that, though, what do you say we actually make use of the hookshot that he gave us from the first race, because we still have yet to actually use it for anything. Thankfully, there's a few things we can do in Kakariko at night that make use of the hookshot. So, of course, we're just going to take out our ocarina and play the sun song. That way we can make it nighttime. Then we'll collect like a golden skull and see what else we can do. Oh, I should mention that now that you have the hook shot, you can get on that roof where that guy was sitting and get the piece of heart that way. Like, that's normally how people get that piece of heart, but it's a lot quicker just to like jump off the watchtower and land on the roof, and it's really, really easy. Anyways, though, what you want to do is head over to this side of Kakariko, and as I was saying before, hookshot can actually be used to reach roofs of different buildings. We want to get back on the roof of this building where previously the owl dropped us off, and we were able to get that piece of heart from the cow inside this particular house. But now that we're adults, we can find a golden Skulltula right on this back wall at nighttime. Of course, we can use our hookshot to kill the Skulltula and collect the token. So yeah, the hookshot has a lot of different uses, and it is one of my favorite items in this game. Anyways, I'm going to pop in here real quick just to set my spawn location to, like, this door, because that's really all I wanted to do at nighttime. So, let's take out our ocarina again and make it daytime, shall we? There's a couple more things that we can do during the day, especially since if we make it day after we made it night, yes, the cuckoo that we got from the cuckoo lady is going to hatch. So now we can do something with this pocket cuckoo. Obviously, we need to go find someone who is sleeping and wake them up. And as I said, a lot of the different NPCs from all over Hyrule have since sort of moved into Kakariko Village, including one very famous sleeping man. That's right, it's our good buddy Talon from Lon Lon Ranch. So let's use our pocket cuckoo to wake him up again, shall we? What tarnation? Can't a person get a little shut-eye around here? Alright, what's up with you, Talon? How you been? Ingo took over Lon Lon Ranch. They call it Ingo Ranch nowadays. I was kicked out of there. And look at me now. My girl Malin still works at the ranch. I'm worried about her. As you probably should be. Ingo does not sound like a very nice person, that is for sure. But now that we've hatched the pocket cuckoo and woken someone up with it, I'm sure it's in a very, very good mood. So let's bring it back and show it to the cuckoo lady, shall we? Oh, your cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. You're a good cuckoo keeper. I'll give you a rare, valuable cuckoo if you're interested. Its name is Kojiro, and he used to be my brother's cuckoo. Its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute. Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but Kojiro has stopped crowing. Do you want to keep Kojiro? Sure, why not? So now, we have a permanent blue cuckoo. Its name is Kojiro, and we can do stuff with it. It's actually for a side quest much, much later on, but we'll keep it along with us for now at least. Alright, so now that we got that, we're basically ready to go off to the first temple. There's a couple of things that I would like to do first, but I think that's a good place to end off this video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we raced a ghost and got ourselves a hookshot, a couple of pieces of heart, and we did some other stuff here around Kakariko. In this episode, it's time for us to move on, because now that we have the hookshot, we can finally reach the first adult temple of the game, so that's where we're going to go next. But along the way, I do want to stop at Lon Lon Ranch. In the previous video, we talked to Talon, and he mentioned that Ingo has taken over the ranch, and his daughter Melon is still working there, and of course he's worried about her. So, what do you say we go and check up on good old Melon and see if there's anything we can do to help? Afterwards, I promise we will go directly to the temple entrance. Anyways, I kind of want to be quick about it because I would love to make it to the ranch before nighttime, and it looks like it's just about to switch over to dusk. So, excuse me while I spam roll just to move a little bit faster so I can avoid playing the sun song once I get there, and hopefully I made it in time. Yeah, there are some dark clouds over Lon Lon Ranch now that, like, Ingo is in charge, just to, like, signify that everything has gone to crap and everybody's evil. Anyways, real quick, to start off, let's head inside the stables because, guess who's here? It's Malin, and wow, she grew up after 7 years. Looking pretty good there, Malin. Oh, a visitor. It's been a long time since we've had a visitor here. Where did you come from? Since Ganondorf came, people in Castletown have gone, places have been ruined, and monsters are wandering everywhere. Mr. Ringo is just using the ranch to gain Ganondorf's favor. Everyone seems to be turning evil. But Dad, he was kicked out of the ranch by Mr. Ringo. If I disobey Mr. Ringo, he will treat the horses so badly. So there's nothing I can do. If only I could play their favorite song for them. Well, that sounds awful. Mr. Ringo sounds like he is not a very good ranch owner. How dare he abuse the horses? You know what, Ingo? I've got a couple of choice words for you, my man. So, yeah, he's over here. Let's go and give him a piece of our mind. There are some people in Kakariko spreading rumors that I cheated Talon out of the ranch, but don't be ridiculous. That guy Talon was weak. The hard-working Ingo poured so much energy into this place. I don't want any strangers like you saying anything bad about me. Listen, the great Ganondorf recognized my obvious talents and gave the ranch to me. I will raise a fine horse and win recognition from the great Ganondorf. Say, young man, do you want to ride one of my fine horses? If you pay me 10 rupees, you can ride. Alright, let's do it. Do you want to hear how to ride? No, I'm good. I do not need a tutorial, my man. Thank you so much, hehe. No, thank you, Mr. Ingo. Alright, so we can hang out with the horses, and, well, we should probably take Malin's advice and take out our ocarina and play the horse's favorite song, aka Epona's song. And of course, we could ride, like, any of the horses that are in this pen right now, but why would we want to do that when if we play Epona's song, Epona will of course come running to us because she likes us and she recognizes that song. So now of course we can ride Epona around, and you're going to want to do this. Basically, you can sort of just ride her around, jump over these like obstacles here, get your rupees back honestly, but really you just have to wait out the timer and do this a second time. And the second time you do this, you can talk to Ingo and challenge him to a race. So for now, we're just going to wait out this timer. Sadly, there's really nothing interesting that we could do in the meantime. Like, I suppose we could go and try out some of the other horses, but there is no point in doing that. You can't, like, grind for rupees on these fences either, because after you jump over them the first time, they don't give you any more rupees. But whatever, not a big deal. The timer is almost over anyway, so we're just about done here. Hey, time's up, young man. You only paid 10 rupees. You've played around long enough. Well, that was a fun and little distraction. So much fun that I want to do it again. So let's just give him another 10 rupees and ride the horses one more time. You're going to want to make sure you have at least like 70 rupees to do this, since you will spend like 20 to ride the horses. And there's going to be a little bit of a wager on the race that we're about to do. Obviously, you can get 10 back from jumping over the fences, so I guess maybe at most you want to bring like 60, but just bring 70, that way you can go through it all at once. Or like me, just bring like 480 rupees, which is way more than you need, but at least now I don't need to worry about like losing the bet, since I could just do it over again. Anyways, let's talk to Ingo. You're getting better. How about a little race with me? One lap around the crowd with that horse. Well, let's make a little wager. Say 50 rupees. Alright, sounds good. I'll take you on. I'm not scared of you at all, Ingo. So here's what you're going to want to do. Obviously, you can press A to use up one of your carrots and go a little bit faster, but as long as you get ahead of Ingo at first, just try to like cut him off. Be the worst, most rude horse rider in all of horse riding history, and just stay directly in front of Ingo, because what'll end up happening is he won't be able to get by you, and he'll just like push you forward. And then once you get to like the last section of the race, feel free to use up all your carrots and just completely smoke him, man. That's how it's done. Shoot! If the great Gandor found out about this humiliation, hey you, how about another race? If you win, you can keep the horse. Alright, a free horse. Yo, I will take it. So the second race is just a tad harder, but my same strategy applies. Just try and get ahead of him and then don't use your carrots. He's a little bit sneaky in the second race and he will try and like get by you any way possible. But yeah, as long as you just cut him off again, you'll be fine. Like he sort of just pushes you forward as you're saying. And of course, once you get to like the last section of the race, feel free to just speed ahead, use all your carrots, and cross that finish line. Looks like this horse is ours. What's up with that horse? Is that a Pona? How did you tame that wild horse right on my nose? I was gonna present that horse to the great Ganondorf, but I bet on the race and lost. Shoot! Heh. As I promised, I'll give the horse to you. However, I'll never let you leave this ranch. Oh no, he closed the gate on us. Whatever are we going to do? It's not like we have a horse that can't jump over fences or anything like that. Now, most people I know tend to use like one of these exits over there to leave the ranch, and that's cool and all, but I feel like everyone's seen those cutscenes a million times, so what do you say we actually exit over to where Ingo is in that direction, because that cutscene's a little bit cooler if you ask me, and I don't know why I messed that up. I feel like Epona should have jumped over that, but I'll try it again. I know it's possible, it's just, I guess I dashed at the wrong time. There we go, that's a little bit better. And yeah, this cutscene looks a lot cooler because you jump out to like the front of the ranch, and you get this cool like turnaround shot. I wish it was like morning because that dusk, that lens flare kind of ruins it, but it's still equally cool. And now, Epona is ours for the keeping. So of course, now whenever we're in Hyrule Field, we can play Epona's song, and she will come running to our side, and we can use it to reach like all corners of the world a whole lot faster. So that's pretty cool. Now that we have Epona though, we're going to make our way back towards Kokiri Forest because that's where we're going to find the first temple. It's actually located in the Sacred Forest Meadow. So we've got some ways to go before we can get there. And there's a couple of things that we can pick up along the way in Kokiri Forest. So let's get started, shall we? Now here's the thing. Kokiri Forest, yeah, in 7 years, it seems that like monsters and all these weird creatures have moved in. It's kind of weird. I feel bad for the Kokiri because they are in no way equipped to handle with all of these Octoroks and Deku Scrubs and stuff like that. So they're all sort of hiding right now. Anyways, there's a Skulltula on top of like this weird double tree house, so we're just going to grab that token real quick. And now, we're pretty much ready to enter the Lost Woods. If you wanted to, you could go into a few of these houses and talk to some of the Kokiri, but I'm not going to bother doing that since it's kind of just a waste of time, and I already know where I need to go. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, the Skulltula that we just picked up and the Skulltulas that we're about to pick up can only be seen at nighttime, so it probably is best to come here during the evening hours. That way you can grab these Skulltulas on your way to the Forest Sacred Meadow. Anyways, let's get going through Lost Woods, and I do not have my map with me, so I'm going to do this entirely based on memory, and since we're playing Master Quest, everything's reversed. I might get turned around, hopefully I don't. Hey, we're going the right way. Check it out, it's everyone's favorite character, Mido. And yeah, he's still blocking our path after 7 years. Not a whole lot has changed. Alright, let's talk to him. Who do you think you are? That Kokiri-like clothing won't fool me. I promised Saria I would never let anyone go through here. If you want to see her that bad, I'm going to need some proof that you're really a friend of hers. Something you could only have heard from her. Not that she would ever be friends with a grown-up like you. Well, Mido. Have I got a surprise for you? Let's play Saria's song on our Ocarina. That melody. Saria plays that song all the time. Do you know Saria? That song. Saria taught that song only to her friends. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him. That's because it's me the whole time! Haha, take that, Mido. Alright, so now that we passed that roadblock, I think if we head over here... Yeah. So this is where, like, those two business scrubs were back in the day, but now we can ride this plant that was a bean when we planted it as a kid, and head up to this ledge where we can get this golden skull. Again, I think you can only get that one at nighttime. Now that we got that, let's continue our way to the Forest Sacred Meadow. I think I want to go this way now. Yeah, there we go. And then to the right, and I think afterwards to the left, and that should be correct. Hopefully I'm right on this. Please be right, please be right. Come on, yes, there we go. We successfully navigated the Lost Woods and made our way to the Sacred Forest Meadow. Fantastic. From here on, we'll be going through some narrow passages. If you take it slow, maybe you can sneak up on some enemies. Use L targeting to always look in the proper direction. Set your view so you can see down the next corridor before you turn a corner. Once your view is set, hold down L to sidestep around the corner. That way you won't be surprised by an enemy waiting to ambush. Right. Thanks for the tip, Navi. No one really cares. Although I guess I shouldn't harp on her too much because there are a lot of enemies in this area. These are Ocarina of Time's versions of moblins, and they will mess you up. Like, the second they see you, they will charge at you with a spear, and just, like, you're gonna have a bad day if they hit you. So I recommend doing exactly what Navi said and just sort of look around the corners and wait for them to show up. It's kind of weird because, like, this section is clearly not designed to be looked at in first person, but you kind of have to because, well, the hookshot can literally kill these guys in one hit, making it one of the most effective ways to take out these moblins. You can use your sword, but they move really slowly unless they're charging at you, so it's much easier to just, like, take them out with the hookshot from far away, or even before they get a chance to run into you, rather than using your sword and, hey, buddy, how you doing? Thanks for allowing me to shoot you right in the elbow. Apparently, that was your weak point. Alright, there is a golden skull that we do want to pick up while we're here, but it's off to the left, so we need to get rid of this guy first, and dang it, I was hoping that would work. Alright, move a little bit closer, my friend. There we go. So yeah, right on this left wall, if we look up, there's our golden skull. I'm pretty sure this one is only here at nighttime as well. Not too sure on that. I think there's one more moblin here on the right. There he is. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Don't you go away from me. There we go. Perfect. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Alright, that was kind of weird. I guess because, like, the moblin hitbox was still there. It was blocking, like, me getting up. Alright, with that, we just about made it to the end, but there's one more guy we gotta worry about. Yeah, this giant moblin with his hammer. So watch out, because if those shockwaves hit you, they will send you all the way back to, like, the staircase. But you can easily just, like, zigzag around and completely avoid them and then attack him from behind. He is definitely, like, more bark than bite, that is for sure. Let's get those rupees, though, and head up these stairs, because we've successfully made it through the Forest Sacred Meadow. And this is where Saria would be, but, doesn't look like she's here. The flow of time is always cruel. Its speed seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. In order to come back here again, play the Minuet of Forest. Link, I'll see you again. Rude. Alright, so the Minuet Forest is a teleportation song, one of quite a few in the game, so if we play it anywhere in the world, we can teleport right back here. It's kind of funny how, we just got Epona, but we also learned of another travel method, which, once we get, like, more songs and we flesh it out a little bit more, makes Epona almost entirely useless. Anyways, we're also at the entrance to the first adult temple, so I think I'm going to end off the video here. If you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's...
Right.
Left behind, and I've lost everything. Forever living in the dark. I feel so alive. Still remembering what I want, but it ends with you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile and don't speak. Will you please slow down? Slow down. Slow down. Slow Unreal intertwined, and you're not listening. It is your choice to make a little mockery, it won't do. Further down the line, still surrendering, trying harder to forgive you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile and don't speak. Will you please slow down? You are left behind, and I've lost everything. Forever living in the dark. I feel so alive. Still remembering what I want, but it ends with you. Candlelight has gone out. Some will win and some will lose. Nothing much else to say. Thought I was searching for something. Door has closed, not a sound. Take a look as I am now. Still I smile and don't speak. Will choice to make a little mockery.
Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we got ourselves Epona from Lon Lon Ranch after winning her in a bet. Then we came here to the Forest Sacred Meadow in search of Saria, but she's not here, so instead, we're going to check out this cool temple because that's way more important than meeting Saria. So, let's go inside and start the first adult temple of the game. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Forest Temple.
Woohoo!
So
Forest
obviously
Temple!
this temple is slightly different here in Master Quest, and oddly enough, again, I find this temple a little bit easier in Master Quest than in normal Ocarina of Time. I don't know why that is, it might just be me. Now, this first set of vines, that is a noob track. If you try to climb up there, there are other, like, normal Skulltulas all over the place, and they probably will knock you off. They're kind of hard to avoid. So instead, just go over to the right and climb up these vines because there's nothing over here, and you can safely just climb to the top like so. I've seen so many people try to like go around the Skulltulas, and it never really ends well. So just use those vines. It's a whole heck of a lot easier. What just happened? Alright then. I targeted the normal Skulltula to kill it with my hook shot, but apparently it latched onto the vines and then knocked me back onto the tree. That was a little bit weird. Never had that happen before, so, okay, Ocarina of Time, whatever you say, man, whatever you say. But, yeah, just get rid of all those enemies, then head over to this log and step on that switch. And guess what? The chest is back where we just were. Thanks a lot, game. Don't worry, though, because we can just use our hookshot to latch onto it and open it up to get the first small key of this temple and the entire game, I believe, because I'm fairly certain, like, none of the child dungeons have small keys in them. Like, those are introduced in the adult temples first. So, pretty cool, man. Pretty exciting key to get. Now that we got that, though, let's get into the meat of this temple, shall we? Be very careful in this room because, yeah, they like to surprise you and put Skulltulas, like, every 2 inches, so just don't go charging in like some sort of hero. You might get hit. Before you leave the room, though, make sure you check in the upper right-hand corner and grab this golden Skulltula. I believe there are 5 of them in this temple, all of which we can actually get on our first run-through, so that's pretty dang nice. And now we are here in, like, the hub room of this temple, and we're going to get introduced to the main gimmick. So, here it is. Basically, these 4 Poes have stolen the flames from those torches, and we need to go all around this temple and get the flames back. That way we can access the central elevator and go down to where the boss of the temple is located. So, yeah, there's quite a lot to do, and it might seem like there is several different directions that you can go in right now, but really, the only doors that are open to you are the one directly in front of you and the one off to the right. And you don't really want to go down the right door just yet, since you'll encounter a locked door eventually, and we need to find ourselves a small key first. So we're going to go and grab that. Let's just pull out our ocarina and play the Song of Time real quick. That way we can get rid of this Song of Time block that is blocking our path. And you probably will be playing the Song of Time a lot in this temple because there's going to be blocks that we're going to need to move a little bit later on to sort of solve some puzzles and do a little bit of backtracking. There actually is quite a bit of backtracking in this temple for like its size, but I think we can alleviate some of that by using Faeror's Wind. At least I know you can like the normal version of this temple, and I think the trick still applies to Master Quest, so I will try and use that when I can. And hey, I think we're going to be right on top of the chest. Hey, nice upskirt shot there, Link. Alright, so let's pop open this small chest and get ourselves another key. So basically we are done with this section of the dungeon already, or rather the temple. I know there are temples when you're an adult and there are dungeons when you're a kid. I always like just mix and match those words all the time, and it triggers some of you guys in the comments, but I've literally been doing that since like the very beginning of my channel, so I really don't see myself stopping anytime soon. Plus, I mean, the words are kind of interchangeable anyways, like they refer to this style of Zelda gameplay, so yeah, just know I'm going to make that mistake more in the future. And I just totally walked through that stall pose. Alright, perfect. Yeah, these guys are pretty dangerous, not gonna lie. You're gonna want to be careful fighting them, especially in this hallway, because there's not a whole lot of room. Plus, sometimes they can just like attack you through your shield. So, honestly, your best bet is to try and like counterattack them or get behind them if you can. Also, if I had Deku Nuts, that would probably be a lot easier, but I forgot to equip them, so oh well, what are you gonna do? Not exactly my best fight against the Stalfos, but we made it through alive. Now, before we do anything else in this room, let's head over to the right side because, yep, there is a golden Skulltula just hanging out right over here. So, now that we got that, we can start tackling the puzzle in here. And the puzzle in this room is drastically different than the one in normal Ocarina of Time, and maybe just a tad harder because on Master Quest, they really don't give you all the information that you need to solve the puzzle up front, so you kind of need to work for some extra information. There are arrows painted on the floor. Yes, thank you, Navi. And those arrows sort of indicate where these blocks need to go. Now, here's the catch. The game doesn't necessarily tell you this right up front, but there are 2 blocks per set of arrows, and only one of the blocks is actually needed to sort of solve, like, the puzzle related to each, like, set of arrows that are painted on the floor. I probably could have explained that a little bit better, but I think it'll become apparent as we sort of go here. So, yeah, there was that first blue block, and the arrows were pointing down this section of the hallway. Now we're going to push this block down here, and this will actually complete the puzzle relating to the blue blocks that we need to push forward. So you can kind of see how there's like 2 blocks related to one section of arrows. Now, we could go up to the next like level, but we don't want to go up via the blocks just yet. Instead, head up using this ladder. Yeah, you probably missed that your first time through here. But this will take us to a section with red blocks. Now we actually need to start by pulling this red block all the way back, because if we went up using the blue blocks, we would actually encounter another red block, and if you try to move it forward, it'll actually get stopped by that second red block that we just pushed backwards. So now that we moved that out of the way, we can finally go up these blue blocks and push the next red block forward. Hopefully I explained that in a way that makes sense, because it is kind of confusing. Like, obviously they designed it to confuse people, but if you just go around the room, gather all the information you need, then you should be able to solve this puzzle no problem. But getting that information is kind of difficult because, you know, it's hidden on different layers, around different corners. You need to like move things back and forth to figure out where everything is. But yeah, after you get everything, you should be golden. Let's just hop up here and step on this switch to create sort of a little shortcut for ourselves that we can use to get back up here a little bit later on. Now, we're going to head to the final layer. Yeah, it's actually a very, very tall room. And oh boy, we got some blue bubbles, I believe is what these guys are called. Thankfully, they do not curse you like they did in Majora's Mask, so really, if you touch them, not that big of a deal. You will take some damage, but it's not like you can't use your sword or other items. Alright, so now that those guys are gone, we do have a key so we can actually unlock this door and keep exploring the rest of this temple. Now, normally this hallway would be twisted, but in Master Quest it actually starts out untwisted, and we need to go and twist it. But first things first, let's open up this large chest, and guess what? We're going to get ourselves the boss key. Yeah, already we got ourselves the boss key. And I'll say this, the Forest Temple has a very odd sort of order of collection, if you will. Like, you start by getting the boss key, and then you get like the item from the temple, then you get the compass, and then finally you get the map. So it's kind of backwards from like a normal temple, but I guess it doesn't really matter. And I am so glad that we just got magic, because I definitely needed that if I wanted to make use of Favor's Win. So thank you very much, game. I appreciate it. And you know what, while we're here, might as well risk it for the biscuit and just go and collect these extra hearts to fill up our life bar. Although I will say this, at this point, since we do have like 10 hearts, I can kind of start playing like haphazardly again, since I really don't need to worry about dying all that much, like not nearly as much as I did back in the beginning of this game. Alright, so we got a re-dead. We could like sneak up on it, but why bother when we can just play the Sun Song and stun in place. If for whatever reason you don't want to play the Sun Song, yeah, as long as like you're not running at full speed. You can like sneak up behind them and attack them that way too if you want to, but I really don't know too many people who prefer to do it that way over just like playing the Sun Song, because there's really no benefit to doing it one way or the other. Alright, so we got ourselves another small key, which is fantastic because we're going to be using that in just a little bit. But I guess we can head through here next, and this is going to take us back into that weird puzzle room, but now we're on this side of these weird ice crystal blocks, and of course if we hit that switch it'll remove them and also twist up that hallway. So, now we can actually make use of that shortcut that we made earlier on and sort of make our way back to the top of this room. That way we can go down the twisted hallway and get ourselves into a new section of the dungeon. I'm pretty sure there's another target that I can hook onto somewhere around here. Like, I know for a fact there's two of them, but I can't remember exactly where it is. Ah, yes, there it is. I think I'm too far away to hit it from over here now, aren't I? Can I hit it from here? No, I can't. Alright, I guess I have to, like, hit it from this platform, which is kind of weird, because now I'm at a little bit of a weird angle. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Alright, we made it up. Thank goodness I didn't fall back down. That would have made me a very, very sad person. Oh, and by the way, like, before I forget, so the room that, like, is connected to the twisty hallway, there's actually a floor master in that room. I didn't mention it before because we kind of just, like, ran through there, but yeah, we saw a wall master already. Inside that room is a floor master, and of course, if they grab you, they will bring you back to, like, the entrance of the temple. So you're gonna want to avoid getting grabbed by them, but as long as, like, you move quick enough through the room, you should be fine. Yeah, Navi's actually going to tell us now to watch out for the shadows of the monsters hanging from the ceiling. But like I said, as long as, like, you move quickly through the room, like, you know where you're going, you should be able to avoid them. Plus, like, you can see when they're going to come down and easily avoid them that way, and then you can attack them, which I think gets rid of them for a decent amount of time, but I'm pretty sure they do come back. Anyways, not much we can do in this room right now, so let's move on to, oh man, this area. So, yeah, we're going to have to fight some more style foes. Let's try using the Deku Nuts and see how well we fare using those. I normally don't use Deku Nuts, but I guess I can try them out. Apparently I cannot stun them through their shield, which I guess makes sense, but then, like, why even bother using them? Because, you know, when they have their shield down, I could just attack them with my sword. I guess the Deku Nuts make it slightly safer, but probably not by much, honestly. Anyways, now here's the hard part. So now we're going to fight two of these guys at the same time. And you're going to want to defeat them both fairly quickly, because here's the thing. If you defeat one of them, like, super quickly, but then take a really long time with the second one, the first Alphos will come back to life. So you could try and, like, juggle the damage between them, but honestly I find that, like, focusing on one at a time is still the better way to go about it. Now we just gotta make sure we kill this guy quick enough that the first guy doesn't come back to life. They give you a lot of time though, and wow, this guy is literally just making it easy for me. Holy cow, not even bad. Alright, so now those guys are gone. Guess what? We got ourselves another large chest, and you know what that means? It's time to get something good. So inside this chest, we're actually going to get the item from the temple, which is the fairy bow. And of course, the bow being one of my favorite items in, like, any Zelda game. So really, really glad that we got this, and we'll be using it a lot throughout the rest of the temple, which I think we're going to save for the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we started the Forest Temple and got ourselves a fairy bow. Now that we got that, in this episode, we're going to continue crawling through this temple, so let's get started, shall we? Now, there's really not a whole lot we can do over here right now, but since we do have the bow, oh, you're going to be like that, are you? Great, thanks for that one. Anyways, as I was saying, since we do have the bow, we can do something with like these weird Poe paintings, and that is shoot them with our bow and arrow because it causes them to disappear. So obviously you want to shoot the painting that contains like a picture of the Poe until eventually all of them are gone, and once all of them are gone, the Poe will appear. Now these are the Poe sisters, so these are the very same Poes that stole the flames from the center room in this temple. So of course if we defeat them, the flames will be restored, and then we can access like the bottom area of this temple. So they're pretty easy to defeat. Just target onto them and they'll bounce off your shield, so just try and like push them towards like a corner, because if you do that, it makes like this entire fight a joke. You literally just wait until, you know, they appear and then you just attack them with your sword, and that's really all there is to it. Like, they go down very, very easily. And just like that, we defeated the first Poe. I believe all of them have names. I think the first one is actually named Beth. Not too sure on that. I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, we got ourselves another large chest, so let's open this one up and get ourselves the compass. Alright. Still, we do need to get ourselves the dungeon map, that way we can sort of see where we're going, but don't worry, we'll pick that up soon enough. Now, at the top here, as you guys can see, there's a locked door, and we do not have a small key, so we cannot make any more progress. But don't worry, we'll be back here soon enough. But to reduce the amount of backtracking in this dungeon, or temple rather, I recommend dropping Favor's Wind right here. That way we can return to this point once we get the small keys that we need. So, now unfortunately we still need to do a little bit of backtracking because we have to go all the way back to like the central room of this dungeon. But don't worry, along the way we can do a couple of other things, including, really, again, that is the second time that has happened to me. Alright, whatever. As I was saying though, yeah, we can fight the second Poe sister right now, and I'm not really sure what this one is named. Like, I know there's Beth, there's Amy, I think there's like Jolie, and then there's the fourth one, which I really have no idea what the last name is, but whatever, not a big deal. Anyways, I'm pretty sure we get the dungeon map after we defeat this Poe sister, and that'll definitely help us out with navigation, because I will admit, there are a lot of rooms in this temple that look the same, or rooms that you can enter and exit in a number of different ways, so it is pretty easy to get turned around. I know this temple fairly well, I like to think, but as a kid, for sure, I got confused so much going through here, so don't feel too bad, like, if you go the wrong way or enter the wrong room. It's really not that big of a deal. Use your map and your compass to your advantage, though, to try and figure out which areas you haven't gone to yet. And usually if you go there, you'll end up making some amount of progress through this temple. Alright, so let's open up this chest and get ourselves that map, and then we'll make our way back to like the hub room of this temple. And already, we've actually restored 2 of the 4 flames, so it seems like we're halfway done, but not really. Like, there's still a lot that we need to take care of before we can even reach the next 2 flames. So, yeah, we're not quite halfway done with this temple just yet, but we're definitely making good progress and good time. Don't you worry about that. Okay, so back through the twisty hallway we go. And actually, I'm trying to remember, what is the quickest way down from up here? I suppose I could just like jump from the top, but if I do that I will take fall damage. I think there actually are some platforms that spawned when I stepped on this switch, so let me actually, yeah, these ice platforms, we actually used those before, so never mind. Those were like already there. So yeah, let's just use these to get down, that way we don't take any fall damage, and we're basically back at the hub room already. So yeah, not a whole lot of backtracking, but at least dropping Favor's Wind will, save us some time later on. Now at this point, there's two ways we can go, to the northeast and to the northwest. You can unlock both those doors by shooting an arrow into those eye switches above the doorways. However, I would recommend starting with the northwest room because, basically if you go this way, you're going to be juggling back and forth between the northwest and the northeast and like picking up everything that you can in both rooms simultaneously. And by the time we're done, we'll actually be re-entering the main like hub of the temple through the northeastern door. So I know that sounds really confusing, and it kind of is, but once you guys like see what I'm doing, it'll make more sense to you guys, hopefully. Anyways, though, I think that's really all I want to do right here. Like, there's a chest up there that we can't get right now. At least I don't believe we can. But just, like, make a mental note of that because we're going to be coming back for that much later on. It contains a small key, so it is pretty important. Anyways, right up here is another golden skulltula. In fact, the remaining three, like, golden skulltulas that we need to get inside this temple are all, like, within this area, so we're going to pick them up like back to back to back. So to get the next one, what you want to do is stand on top of this well, take out an arrow, and shoot this eye switch to drain the water. That way we can sort of go down there and see what's up. This will also allow us to cross over to the northeastern garden. So basically, like, those two doors that branch out of the main hub room go to like the northeastern and northwestern gardens. And oh yeah, I kind of forgot there was a chest down here. I think this one's actually important too. So let's kick that open and get ourselves another small key. I think there's actually two of them that we need to get before we go back to our Pharaoh's Wind warp point. Anyways, down here at the other section of this well is one of the golden skulltulas that we still have yet to collect. So let's just grab this one, and then we're going to go and climb these vines because once we get to the top, guess what we're going to find? And if you guessed another golden skulltula, well, you would be correct because it is right there waiting to be collected. Okay, so now that we got that, believe it or not, there is nothing else for us to do in this room at the moment, so let's just drop back down and go back to the northwest garden and finish up some stuff there. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is kind of tedious, not going to lie, and this is why I said make sure you memorize the Song of Time, because you're going to be playing it a lot, especially in Master Quest, because a lot of the puzzles do involve you moving around Song of Time blocks to make like different platforms, that way you can reach different areas, and this temple of course is no exception. So real quick, can I actually just get you out of the way? I'm not even sure why you respawn, but whatever. So what you want to do is stand like right over here and just play the Song of Time, because this will move a Temple of Time block back into position. That way we can sort of use it as a platform from that upper area where we got the third golden skulltula. So, now that block has been moved, let's use our hookshot to go right on top of this doorway. And since that block has now been moved into position, we can just jump over to it. And now we need to play the Song of Time again to cause another block to appear. Oh man, get used to this, guys, because this is not the only puzzle that does this in this temple. Like, there's still another one just like this that we need to do later on. So, hope you guys like playing the Song of Time, because that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of all eternity. I mean, it is kind of a slight complaint on my end, because I just wish it didn't take so long. Like, it gives off the illusion of difficulty because it takes a long time to do, but that's not difficulty, it's just, you know, annoying and tedious. So I wish, like, if there was a way to cancel out the playing of the full song and the animation afterwards, to just have it, like, happen instantaneously, that would solve all my problems. I wouldn't even mind it afterwards, but sadly, there is no way to do that. Anyways, here's that second small key that we need. And actually might as well finish showing this off. But yeah, we can like hookshot to this target, go through this little room. This will actually take us to the northeastern garden. Also, by the way, yeah, you can shoot arrows through fire to make like sort of fire arrows and you know, destroy ice or spider webs or what have you. That is a mechanic you will be using later on in this temple actually, so try and keep that in mind, I guess. Alright, so yeah, now we're in pretty much the other garden, but oh, alright, that's one way to get back down here. I mean, I was gonna climb down here myself, so I guess if anything, the skull has saved me some time. But yeah, so now we're in this garden, and now we're back in like the main hub room of the temple, and really, we actually can go back to our warp point now, so let's do that, since there's no reason for me to like keep walking around. And that is exactly why I love Faeror's Wind, because now we're pretty much exactly where we left off, like where that locked door was. Guess what? We're already back there. That saved us a ton of time backtracking here. Now we can just like pick up right where we left off. And yes, I'm aware of the shadows and monsters on the ceiling and stuff like that. Actually, I should probably be a little bit careful here because, yeah, it is gonna come down and attack me. So, I thought it was. I heard it. Yeah, there it is. Alright, that was kind of weird. Like, I guess because I jumped off the stairs or whatever, it didn't bother attacking me. Anyways, you don't even want to go up the stairs. You want to go up this ladder. I probably could have just, like, jumped over to this platform and completely avoided it, but I wanted to play kind of safe because I was a little bit scared. I'm not going to lie, guys. And this is why you needed both those keys to unlock those doors. And, here is the room that I was talking about before. So remember that puzzle where we had to shoot, like, a arrow through that torch? Well, same concept applies to this room. First things first, so let's grab this box because the switch in like the center of this room needs to be constantly weighed down. Pretty much if it's blue, it means you're going to want to have like a constant weight on it, otherwise it will pop back up. Now that that is done though, well, we got to take it slow and ride this all the way around because we need to shoot an arrow through that torch and up at that ice switch that is covered in ice. Now here's the thing, guys. I am really bad at using the bow in Ocarina of Time. The aiming has always been weird to me, so yeah, I kind of thought I was going to miss that on my first attempt. So let's try that again, shall we? Line up the shot, and there we go. Second time's the charm. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, that actually twists that hallway. And I think I actually do need to remove this box from the switch. So let's do that real quick. And see you later, box friend. Not gonna miss you. That should unlock the door. Yeah, and allow me to get out of here. So we twisted up that hallway, which means if we go back to the room where the Wallmaster was located in, there's probably like some new area that we can access. You know, if like the other side of this temple was any indication of what's going to happen on this side. I guess that's one good thing about this temple is that both sides sort of mirror each other. So once you figure out one side, the same concepts apply to the other side. And yeah, over here you're going to want to watch out because the ceiling falls down and there's skulls hanging down from the ceiling, so you're going to want to clear those out. But you do need to make your way to the end of this hallway since there's a couple of switches that we need to hit in order to unlock a couple of things. Link, watch out, the ceiling is falling. Navi, we literally saw it happen. Like, where have you been, man? I guess, like, you've been floating around in my pocket or something, but still, we already knew. Alright, so run. We're gonna go all the way to the end of this hallway and step on this first switch. And, that unlocks a door at, like, the other end of the hallway, which we will be making use of because, as you guys can see, there is a locked door in front of us, and we are missing a small key to open it up. And thankfully, I know exactly where it is. In fact, I pointed it out to you guys like a while ago, and hooray, some more arrows. I actually did need some because I have terrible aim, and I can't hit anything to save my life. Anyways, real quick, let's hop out here and pick up that small key. Yeah, we're back in the northwest garden, so let's jump down here very carefully as to not fall or jump too far. Get rid of the small Deku Baba, and there's the chest that I was talking about before. That contains the small key that we need. Hooray! And guess what? It's another one of these Temple of Time block puzzles. So let's play the Song of Time again and move these blocks around. That way we can get back up to where we were and go through that hallway with the falling ceiling again. Oh man. See, no matter what, like, you can't get rid of all the backtracking in this dungeon, but at least, you know, we can get rid of some of the longer sections by way of Favor's Wind. Like, I suppose I could have placed it at that doorway, but that seems like a waste of magic, and Favor's Wind is pretty expensive, especially when we have, like, the little tiny baby magic meter that we have. Like, using it once uses, like, 25% of our magic, so you want to be a little bit careful. Now, unfortunately, all of these... Oh, that's a little bit odd. I think I was standing too close? Still too close? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so, yeah, don't stand too close to the falling ceiling, otherwise apparently you're not allowed to go into first person. That was actually kind of weird. Anyways, let's take out all these sculptulas again and try not to waste too many arrows. See, I always aim high with my bow for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. I'm just like really, really bad with the bow. Alright, that should be good enough. And wow, 1 arrow to spare. Fantastic. It's actually not a good thing because we do need arrows coming up. So hopefully I can find like a pot or something that does contain arrows soon, since I actually need it for pretty much the next room, not gonna lie. Alright, let's wait for the ceiling to go back up. And now we can unlock this door. So, oh, thank goodness there are some pots over here. Please give me some arrows. There we go, perfect. So, alright, in this room, watch out for those shadows on the floor. Don't stand near them. Shoot this painting, because it's going to drop down these blocks. And I think the blocks will kill you if you're standing on those shadows. Not too sure. Anyways, though, this is like a very, very easy block puzzle. Pretty much we need to line up the blocks and create the painting that's on the wall using the blocks. And I think it drops down in the same pattern every single time, so you can just like push the blocks the same exact way that I'm pushing them, but they're pretty much in the right areas. You just have to push them all next to each other, and that's the entirety of the puzzle. Just do it quick and you'll be fine. But once you do it, the third Poe sister will appear, and just like the other 2 that we fought before, try and knock it up against the wall or something like that, and you can take it out fairly easily. They're really not hard. The only Poe sister that is different to fight is the 4th one, which we will be fighting shortly after we finish up this 3rd one, but even that fight is not hard at all. At this point, though, we are pretty much done with this temple. Like, really, all we have to do is fight the last sister, and then go down in the basement, which is 1 room away from the boss of this temple. So look forward to that, guys. And with that, though, that is our 3rd flame. So let's make our way back to the hub room, and guess what? We're pretty much already there. And, well, the 4th Poe sister is waiting for us right in the center of this room. She's there, I guess, crying or something. So let's go down and initiate a mini boss of sorts. So here's how this works. She's gonna split up into 4 versions of herself. Now the one that spins around 1 extra time, that is the real one. So obviously you only want to hit the real one. I recommend like standing somewhere out in the open, keeping an eye for whichever one spins around. Point Link towards that direction, then just like manually aim your bow at the target. Like, don't bother using Z targeting. It's really not the best way to go about this fight. You can do it, but it does kind of make things harder than it needs to be. If you manually aim, this fight is an absolute joke. So probably only like 1 or 2 more arrows and we should be done with this fight. Yeah, there we go. Already the last Poe sister falls, and that final flame has been restored. So the elevator leading to the basement is now free to use. But I think we're going to do that in the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we restored all the flames here in the central hub of the Forest Temple, and now in this episode, it's time to use this elevator to go down into the basement level and pretty much take on the boss. Like, there's one puzzle for us to solve that's left, but afterwards, we'll be good to go. So what you want to do is just head over to one of these walls and start pushing it either clockwise or counterclockwise. Just pick a direction and start pushing it. We will eventually have to push it all the way around the room, so it really doesn't make a difference which direction you push it in. Just as long as you remember which direction you push it in first, and keep pushing it in that direction until you've pretty much done everything that you want to do. But if you look at the map, you can tell there are like 5 different areas branching out from this like circular room, and we basically need to visit every single one of those areas. So we're going to hit that crystal switch real quick and try and save your arrows if you can. And use your hook shot to like hit switches like that, because, well, obviously the boss of this temple is going to make use of your bow and arrow, and right now I really only have like 20 arrows, which is probably more than enough unless like I royally screw some stuff up, but I'd rather be safer than sorry. Anyways, oh, here's some skeletons. I actually think there might be some arrows in here, so might as well take a second to go and collect those. But I'm pretty sure like this is an optional room. You really don't need to go in here if you don't want to. But I think I need to push it one more time, and that might actually reset the room back to its original position, which is good, because since we did hit that crystal switch and the switch underneath, we can now access this room, and right over here is an eye switch that we need to hit. So now that is done, we have access to the boss chamber. Hope you guys are ready, cause we're gonna go and take on the boss of the Forest Temple. This room is really cool, by the way. Like, I love all the different paintings and everything. It's like a cool way to build up like the suspension to the boss. Anyways, though, here we go. And this boss is fairly easy, so don't worry too much. But as you can see, there's a bunch of paintings and nothing else. I guess the boss took the day off. Alright, so, well, we're done here then. Yeah, if only it was that easy.
Da da da.
And oh my gosh, it's Mr. Big Nose himself! Nice creepy smile there, Ganondorf. But wait, it's not even Ganondorf, it's a spooky ghost. Who would have guessed that? So this is the evil spirit from beyond, Phantom Ganon. Yeah, so the Phantom Ganon fight in this game is really odd. So there's like paintings all around this room, and obviously Phantom Ganon can go into the paintings, and he can also come out of the paintings. So you kind of want to look around and figure out where he's coming from, then aim your bow at him and shoot him as he's sort of coming out of the painting. Now, he will, like, spawn clones or whatever that come out of the paintings along with him, so you need to find the real one, and that one can be kind of tricky to locate, since I think the real one comes out a little bit faster. I'm not really too sure. I still have trouble, like, tracking it to this day, as you guys are clearly aware, since I pointed my bow at the wrong one at first. But, yeah, hopefully you'll get lucky and, like, he'll come out of a painting next to one of his fake ones, so, like, you can always aim at the correct one easy enough if you do target the wrong one at first. After you hit him a couple of times, he will pop out of the painting, and now you gotta play some Zelda tennis with him. So he's gonna charge up some energy balls, shoot them at you, just knock him back with your Master Sword. It's pretty simple stuff. Eventually, he will miss and get knocked down, and I did not mean to jump to the side, and wow! I didn't even get a chance to attack him there. I'm kind of upset at that. Come on, Phantom Ganon. Usually you give me more time than, like, you know, half a second to attack you. That was just rude. Alright, come on. Just, drop your guard or stand still or whatever so I can knock your energy back at you. I don't know why I jumped at that. That was really, really dumb. I totally pressed the wrong button there. But, don't worry, guys. We still got this. Oh, yeah, now he's going to knock it back a little bit. Now it's going to get faster and faster until eventually one of us messes up, and thankfully it's always going to be him. So let's deal some damage now, and come on. Ah, man, that was actually pretty good. I recommend doing jump attack. Ooh, wow, 2 in a row. Nice. Keep going. Really? Only one chance to attack. as I was saying though, I recommend doing jump attacks because they do more damage than like your normal sword hits. So you can actually take out the bosses a lot faster, and bam! There we go, just like that, we have defeated Phantom Ganon. Told you guys it wasn't that hard. Hey kid, you did quite well. It looks like you may be gaining some slight skill, but you have defeated only my Phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. What a worthless creation that ghost was. I will banish you to the gap between dimensions. R.I.P. Phantom Ganon, you will be missed. And with that, we've completed the Forest Temple, the first adult temple of the game. And guess what? Here's another heart container, and this one's pretty special because it stars our second row of hearts. That's right, it's our 11th heart container. Pretty stinking sweet. Alright, well, let's get out of here. Thank you. Because of you, I can awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the sage of the Forest Temple. I always believed that you would come, because I know you. No, you don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. I will stay here as the Forest Sage and help you. Now please, take this medallion. Oh boy, we got ourselves a moldy biscuit! Hooray! Just kidding, this is the Forest Medallion. Saria awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. I will always be your friend.
The holidays again. Seize the season. Seize the moment.
Hi there, I'm the Deku Tree Sprout. Because you and Saria broke the curse in the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot. Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because Kokiri never grew up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, as you may have already guessed, you're not a Kokiri. You're actually a Hylian. I'm happy to finally reveal this secret to you. Some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world. One day, to escape from the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Deku Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. The Deku Tree could sense that this was a child of destiny whose fate would affect the entire world, so he took him into the forest. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now finally the day of destiny has come. You are a Hylian, and were always bound to leave the forest. And now, you have learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. That's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Now, Link, break the curses on all the temples and return peace to Hyrule. It was a surprise to learn that Saria is one of the sages, wasn't it, Link? I wonder how Sheik knew. Anyway, off to the Temple of Time. Aw, so that Deku Sprout is one day gonna grow up and replace the Great Deku Tree. Isn't that just adorable? Alright, so now that we're done, like Navi said, we should head back to the Temple of Time, but I do want to show this off real quick. We head back into Kokiri Forest. Guess what, guys? All the monsters and evil creatures are gone, and Kokiri Forest is back to normal. In fact, all the Kokiri are back out, roaming about as they were before. So essentially, we've dispelled all of Ganondorf's evil from this place, and everything is back to normal. So that is fantastic. Alright, so I guess we should probably make our way over to the Temple of Time, so I'll see you guys there in a second. Alright, so back over here by the Temple of Time, let's go inside. It is kind of weird that like Navi sends you here directly after completing the Forest Temple, but there's a reason for that, and that reason is right inside the chamber where we pulled the Master Sword. You destroyed the wicked creatures that haunted the temple and awakened the sage. But there are still other sages who need your help. In order to awaken all the other sages, you must become even more powerful. You must travel over mountains, underwater, and even through time. If you want to return to your original time, return the Master Sword to the pedestal of time. By doing this, you will travel back in time 7 years. If you want to challenge the mighty foes you defeated again, make for the bed in your childhood home. In the realm of dreams, you should be able to face them anew. The time will come when you will have to return here quickly. I will teach this to you for when that time comes. The song to return you to the Temple of Time, the Prelude of Light. And with that, we learn the Prelude of Light. Now we can warp directly to the Temple of Time. As long as you hold the Ocarina of Time and the Master Sword, you hold time itself in your hands. Link, we shall meet again. Man, can you stop doing that? It really hurts my eyes. Alright, so, like Sheik said, if we return the Master Sword into the pedestal of time, we can travel back in time, so let's become a kid again! And it's that simple. Now, we're Young Link again. We have access to all of our Young Link items. And there is a reason why I did travel back in time, but I think we're going to get into that in the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we finished up the Forest Temple, rescued Saria, the Forest Sage, and then traveled back in time 7 years to become a kid again. Now, why the heck would you want to do that? Well, there's a couple of things that we can take care of as young Link now that more options are opened up to us, so that's what we're going to do, because really, like, after we finish up all of, like, this Child Link stuff, there is going to be a fairly long gap between, you know, now and, like, the next time we travel back in time to become a kid, so I figured we might as well take this opportunity to finish everything up that we can right now. So we're going to start by breaking into Hyrule Castle yet again, so I'll just save you some time and skip past the guards. Alright, so we're not going all the way to see Zelda. In fact, you can't even do that at this point because there are like guards permanently blocking the path, but instead, we can come over to this tree where we previously found a Skulltula, I believe, and if we take out our Ocarina and play the Song of Storms, well, something interesting is going to happen. This is actually the first instance of a secret being revealed by playing the Song of Storms. So let's hop down here, and there's a few things we can do inside this little, I guess, cave, I guess. So we're going to start by grabbing our bombs and just placing them all over the perimeter of this cave because there's several bombable, like, rocks that we can get rid of. Behind one of them is a golden Skulltula, and of course it would be the last one that I blow up, but yeah, it's pretty much the only reason why we came here was to grab this golden Skulltula. So, let's grab that token and get out of here. I think our next stop is going to be Kakariko, so I will see you guys once I get over there. Alright, so we're back here in Kakariko Village. There's actually a couple of things I want to take care of very, very quickly. One, I want to go and plant that magic bean in the graveyard, but before we do that, what do you say we sort of solve that time paradox? Because obviously we're supposed to teach the Song of Storms to the guy in the windmill. That way he can teach it to us in the future, and then we can go back. It's confusing is what I'm getting at. It's a huge time paradox. We're going to go and sort of set things right. You don't need to do this right now, but we're sort of setting ourselves up for something later on. And, I guess you can't, like, climb over that as a kid. That's kind of weird. Anyways, let's just go over here, target this guy, take out our Ocarina, and of course, play the Song of Storms. And yeah, check it out, playing the Song of Storms will send the windmill into a crazy frenzy. I mean, it doesn't look that crazy, but trust me, it's going crazy. More importantly, though, outside Kakariko, for whatever reason, like playing the Song of Storms and making the windmill go crazy drains this well of its water. So now all the people of Kakariko are gonna die of thirst. Not really though, but we can go down the well and sort of explore and see what's down there, although I really wouldn't recommend it at this point, so we're not going to do that right now. We'll save it for a little bit later on. Now that we're done here though, what do you say we make our way over to Kakariko Graveyard and finally plant that bean that I should have planted like last time we were here as a kid. And speaking of beans, since we do have like a maxed out wallet, we probably should go and buy the remainder of the beans from the guy in Zora's River, so I'll probably do that next. Anyways, though, very quickly, let's head up right over here, and yes, here's the soft soil spot where we gotta plant that bean, so let's just get to it, shall we? You know, while we're here, I probably should get some bugs as well. I don't think I have a bottle that has any bugs in it, and I will need them, so let me double check real quick. I do not. Alright, good thing I looked, because there's a rock over here that will give us bugs, and we'll need those to get a couple of Skulltulas in this video. Alright, so I've got bugs. Next stop will be Zora's River, and I guess I will just see you guys over there. And hello, Mr. Bean Salesman. How you been, buddy? The time has come for me to spend all my money and buy your entire stock of magic beans. So, oh man, this is gonna hurt. It's gonna go all the way up to 100 rupees a bean once we buy the last one, which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, this is honestly highway robbery, my man. Like, you are just so greedy, it's not even funny. But whatever, we gotta buy them, so continue selling me these magic beans. One more left. Look, we went from 500 rupees down to just 50. That is so incredibly sad. Alright, now that we got all these magic beans, what do you say we go on a Hyrule adventure, guys? That's right, we're going to travel all the way across Hyrule Field and go to an area where we really have no purpose of going to right now, other than the fact that I want to pick up a few easy to get collectibles, but generally speaking, you have no reason to go here as a kid right now, so yeah. But we're pretty much going to travel from the west side of Hyrule Field all the way over to the east side of Hyrule Field, and there's a completely new area over there that we have yet to explore. Now, I can't remember if I actually crossed Hyrule Field during the nighttime on video before, but yeah, occasionally stall children will just pop up and try and block your path and fight you, but you can easily just avoid them by, walking forward. And in case you guys are wondering, no, you cannot call Epona as Young Link. If you guys remember, like 7 years ago when we first learned Epona's song and talked to Malon, Epona was still like a baby horse, so obviously we cannot call her to our side and use her to cross Hyrule Field any faster than we're going right now, which does kind of stink, I will admit, but it shouldn't take us too long to get to where we need to go anyways. And oh my gosh, look at him go, man! There's the running man! Yeah, since we gave him those bunny ears, he's just like supercharged, dude. Man, I wish they had the same effect on us. It would have made getting across Hyrule Field a whole lot quicker, but yeah, it's kind of funny how you can just see him booking it across Hyrule Field now that he has those bunny ears. Oh well, we're pretty much there though, so we're leaving the lush green fields of Hyrule, and now we're entering the desert area. So this is actually close to the Gerudo desert, which is where obviously Ganondorf comes from. And we are going to visit that area soon enough, but real quick, before we actually enter Gerudo Valley, there's a secret we can pick up right in the center of these circular rocks. So let's just quickly drop a bomb here, wait for that to blow up, and it should reveal, yep, another cave that we can go down and explore in. So let's see what's waiting for us down here. Yes, a bunch of spider webs. So, of course, we're going to grab Din's Fire and just burn all of those down. I know it's a little bit overkill, but right now Din's Fire is the only thing we have that can sort of get rid of these spider webs. Now, somewhere around here, oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? That's just the Sheikah Stone blasting off. Not a big deal. Yeah, right over here is the golden Skulltula that I want to collect. And obviously there's a cow over here, so if you want some free milk, you can go ahead and play like Epona's song. But I'm going to pass that up, and instead, I'll just grab my Skulltula and be on my merry way. Okay, so now that we got that, I do actually want to take a very quick trip into Gerudo Valley and pick up a few things there. There's not a whole lot you can do in Gerudo Valley as a kid, so there's like no reason to come here right now, but might as well do it while we're in the area anyways. So let's just head up here, and we should start to hear some of the best music in the entire game, the Gerudo Valley theme. So yeah, this is sort of where like Ganondorf and his people are from and stuff like that. It's kind of cool you get to see it. But we're not going to be here too long, so don't worry too much about it. You know what? Sadly, we're going to say goodbye to the awesome music because I want to make it nighttime, since I know there is a golden Skulltula that appears right around this area at night. So goodbye, epic music, and hello, golden Skulltula. You are mine, my friend. I've also gotten a lot better at aiming the boomerang, guys. Not sure if you can tell or not, but I'm pretty proud of it, even though I shouldn't be, but I am. Alright, so now that we got that golden Skulltula, here's the tricky part. We're going to try and juggle the crap out of this Kaku. So what we're going to do is head over to the right side. If I get the camera to pan down, yeah, see that little tiny ledge with a box on it? You want to head over there because underneath that box is a piece of heart. But I desperately want to keep this Kaku from jumping off into the water. So we're going to be really quick about this. Drop the Kaku, break the box, grab the Kaku again, grab the piece of heart, and as soon as you can, grab the Kaku a third time. So yeah, that's how you can pretty much juggle this Kaku, that way it doesn't walk off the ledge. And you want to make sure it doesn't, because you need it to reach this area over here. I know it might look like you can make to jump from the ledge, but since you're jumping over like a large body of water, Link goes into a dive and doesn't actually do like a full jump, so that's why you need the Kaku. Anyways, once we land safely down here, there's a few things that we can do right next to that Gerudo lady, because guess what? There is a soft soil spot over here, so of course, we're going to start by planting a magic bean. And I believe we can also get ourselves a golden Skulltula from this area as well. But I only got one set of bugs, so let me actually duplicate that real quick. I probably should have gotten like a second set when I was back in Kakariko, but I didn't really think about that at the time. So my bad, guys, but not a big deal. It only takes a couple of seconds to duplicate bugs anyway, so we'll just grab one, and come on, hurry up, let's grab the second one, and bam, there we go. Now we have all the bugs we need, baby. And yeah, you can actually use bugs after you plant the magic beans. I know most people use the bugs first and then use the magic beans, but doesn't really matter which order you use them in. No matter what, you will always get the golden Skulltula if there is one in the soft soil spot. So let's go ahead and pick this one up. And I think we're done here right now. So let's head in here, and this should take us to an entirely new area we have yet to explore. I feel like I forgot something here, but I'm not too sure. Oh no, you know what? I think there actually was a second piece of heart that we could have picked up right away. So I think I will be going back there, probably within like the next episode or two, because I'm pretty sure I missed a piece of heart just now. But whatever, not a huge deal. We can make our way back there soon enough. Anyways, here's another soft soil spot, and we will need our bugs, so let me duplicate them one more time, just so we have like an extra set on hand if I ever need one. But I think this is the last time that I'm going to be using bugs in this particular episode. So let's just dump them here and get ourselves another golden Skulltula. We can also plant a bean here, and we will later on. That way we can sort of reach a new area when we come back here as an adult. And there's our golden Skulltula friend. Thank you very much. Alright, so let's plant that bean. And there's a couple other golden Skulltulas that we can collect around this area at night. And thankfully, it looks like it's just about to switch over to nighttime. So let's go right behind this building. It's sort of like a laboratory here in Lake Hylia. And if you'll allow me the patience to just stand here and wait for a couple of moments, a golden Skulltula should appear right on the back side of this building. So, come on, little fella, where are you? Any second now, once it like swaps over to nighttime, it's just going to appear out of thin air. And there he is. How you doing, buddy? It stings not like you just appeared to die instantly, but hey, you know, that's sort of how life works. And can I target onto this? There we go. Jeez. Alright, now let's be quick about this because there is one more golden Skulltula that I would like to get. And also our owl friend is over here. Do not talk to him. In fact, try to avoid him, because if you talk to him, I believe he takes you back to Hyrule Castletown, which is kind of nice of him, I guess. Like, it's a nice little shortcut from Lake Hylia all the way over to Castletown. But I do not want to leave just yet. Instead, there's this weird, like, little tiny island over here with those two pillars on it. It's pretty important, and we'll be coming back here later on. But for now, there is a golden Skulltula that is right on the side of the right pillar. So of course, we're going to go and pick this up real quick. Now, that's not all there is to do here in Lake Hylia. In fact, there's something pretty important that I do want to take care of next. There's a little tiny island off to like the left side of the map that's not connected to the mainland, and there's a mini game of sorts that we can play there. And I do kind of want to do it because we get some lovely prizes, including a piece of heart, but I think we're going to save that for the next episode. So if you guys enjoy this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode, we took care of a bunch of side quests and collection-type stuff as Young Link, and in this episode, there is one more side quest that I want to take care of as Adult Link before we make our way to the next temple, and it involves getting ourselves a new sword. So, to start, we're going to make our way over to the Lost Woods. I'll see you guys when I get there. Alright, so here we are at the entrance to the Lost Woods, and what you want to do is make your way to the area where we met with the Skull Kid back when we were a kid, and now we're going to find this creepy guy here, so let's target him and take out Kojiro. Kojiro, why? Normally only a nice guy like me can tame you. Which means, you must be a nice guy. You must be. Please, Mr. Nice Guy, please. Deliver this to the old hag in the potion shop in Kakariko Village. This will disappear if you take too long, so you gotta hurry. Okay. And he gives us an odd mushroom, so yeah, we need to run this over to the potion shop as fast as we can because we only have 3 minutes to do so. So I guess I will meet you guys back in Kakariko. I'm gonna take the shortcut here in the Lost Woods though, so see you in a second. Alright, so we're back in Kakariko Village, and we gotta make our way over to the potion shop, which is a little out of the way, but we got more than enough time to get there. At this point, I should mention that you cannot make use of your teleportation songs whenever there is a timer on screen, because if you do that, whatever ingredient that you have with you will instantly spoil. So, yeah, you do actually have to walk there normally, or make use of like any other shortcuts that are in the world, as long as they don't revolve around using a Ocarina song. Alright, so if we latch onto this roof and jump down right over here, we will be at the entrance to the correct potion shop. So let's go inside, and sure enough, there's the old hag, so let's talk to her. What a mysterious smell. You must have something. Well, you're not wrong, so here, look at this mushroom. That fool! He had to go in the forest. I see. Hey, give it to me now. Okay, here. If you see that fool, give this to him. It is the strongest medicine I've ever produced. However, this poultice will not work on a monster. Alright, we got ourselves an odd poultice now. No idea what's going on, but we should probably bring this to the guy in the Lost Woods. They say that there is no medicine that can cure a fool. I guess that's true. Alright, so there is no timer attached to this, so you can take as long as you want, but very quickly, we're just going to make our way back to the Lost Woods, so I will see you guys there. Alright, so back at the entrance to the Lost Woods, let's just hang a right here, and oh no, the guy's gone, and instead there's just this weird creepy Kokiri girl. Maybe she wants the medicine then? Here you go, I guess. That guy isn't here anymore. Except for the Kokiri, people who come into the forest end up lost. They all become Stalfos. That's why he's not here anymore. Only his saw is left. Hee hee. That medicine is made of forest mushrooms. Give it back. Okay. And I guess in turn she gives us the poacher saw? Thanks, I guess? Hee hee hee. Are you gonna become one too? Hee hee. No, I'm not gonna become a Stalfos, you creepy little girl. Jeez. Alright, so now that we got this poacher saw, who would actually make use of this? Like, it's a tool, so maybe a carpenter? And if we remember correctly, when we were a kid, there were several carpenters running around Kakariko building different buildings there. And they've since moved to Gerudo Valley, so I suppose we should probably head there next. So, I'll see you guys once we arrive. Alright, so we're finally here in Gerudo Valley. Now, the carpenters are across the way, but the bridge is out, so you're going to need a Epona, and you're going to want to jump that gap. Alternatively, you can use the hook shot / long shot to get over there, but, yeah, having a Epona just makes it a whole lot easier. Alright, so let's show this guy the saw that we found. Hey, that saw, it's mine! But I thought I left that saw with my old lady. Oh well. My big arm tool broke, so I was going to go to Goron City to get it repaired. You coming here is great timing. Will you give me my saw? Sure thing, my man. Good, kid. Thanks. I'm sorry I can't give you something as good in return, but take this anyway. And he's gonna give us a broken Goron sword. Gee, thanks a lot, man. Well, at least we can go and get it repaired, so that's kind of cool. Although the game kind of lies to you, like, you don't want to bring this to Goron City. Instead, we need to bring this to the very top of Death Mountain. So again, I'm just going to head over there, and I'll meet you guys once I arrive. Okay, so real quick, before we start scaling Death Mountain, there is something I want to pick up here in Kakariko, and this is vital to this quest. There are a couple of different ways that we can get this, and there is a way you can get it for free, but I don't want to go to that area right now, so for now I'll just pay the price. To me it's well worth it, but I did grind up to 500 rupees before recording this episode just so I could buy this, but at minimum you need at least 300. So inside the shop, this guy is selling blue fire. It's 300 rupees, kind of expensive, especially since we can get it for free later on, but it's worth buying in my opinion, so it'll save us a lot of time. Now that we got that though, let's start making our way up Death Mountain. I'll see you guys at the top. Okay, so we finally made our way to the top of Death Mountain, and guess what, right over here, now that's a big Goron, and that's exactly who we want to talk to. Looks like something's wrong though, but I suppose we should probably show him this broken sword. That broken knife is surely my work. I really want to repair it, but because of yesterday's eruption, my eyes are irritated. There are fine eye drops in Zora's domain. You will find them if you go and see King Zora. Please go get the eye drops. Alright, so now we got ourselves a prescription for eye drops. You guys know where we're going, off to Zora's domain. Okay, so here we are in the Zora's domain. Obviously everything is frozen and it's also snowing. We'll talk more about that later. King Zora though is frozen in red ice, and this is exactly why you need the blue fire, because yeah, blue fire is the only thing that can melt the weird red ice. So let's just grab our blue fire real quick and dump it out right next to good old King Zora. There you go, buddy. That should unfreeze you. Now you're not like a giant fishsicle anymore. So I got a prescription I need filled, my man. Here, look at this. Oh, this is, well, eye drops. You might say we have them, you might say we don't. We do have the ingredients. If you take the ingredients to the doctor at the lakeside laboratory, he can make the drops for you. But you need to deliver them fresh. Can you make it before they spoil? I think I can, so we got ourselves an eyeball frog. Now we gotta bring this all the way over to Lake Hylia. I'll meet you guys there. And we've arrived at Lake Hylia with just over a minute to spare. Yeah, they really do cut it kinda close on these, like, I guess fetch quest style missions, but as long as you're not dilly-dallying too much, you should be able to make it no problem. Alright, so here we are in the laboratory. Here's my frog, my man. Or apparently I wasn't standing close enough. Let's try this again. I'm right inside your personal space. Oh, wow! I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Zora's domain froze over. These eyeballs are so delicious, and I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Such great stuff. Please say thank you to King Zora. Eh? What? These are for making Big Goron's eye drops. Oh, how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. Here it is. This medicine doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You're young, you can do it. Of course we can. So now we got eye drops. Let's just run it all the way to the top of Death Mountain. We got 4 minutes. Why couldn't they just add some preservatives, man? It would make my life so much easier. Okay, I'll see you guys up there. And here we are with just over a minute to spare. Mr. Big Goron, I've got got your eye drops. Alright, man, here you go. Hopefully this will make you feel better. Really? You brought the eye drops? I'm so relieved. I'm gonna use them right now. Dang, that realistic eye drop sound effect. Wow! This is stimulating. It's working great. Now I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Wait, just wait patiently. Okay, and he's gonna give us a claim check for one big Goron sword. Like he said though, we gotta wait a few days, so if you don't really want to wait, what you can do is play the Sun Song 6 times and then you can redeem your claim check for the sword. And that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll see you guys once I'm done and playing the Sun Song. And that ought to do it, so let's go redeem our claim check for our new sword. Your sword is my finest work. And with that, we finally got the big Goron sword. My gosh, this quest took forever. No idea how long it's going to take once I edit the video, but the big Goron sword is amazing. It's a two-handed sword though, so while we have this equipped, we cannot use our shield normally, which kind of stinks I guess, but has a much longer reach, does way more damage, and overall I love the big Goron sword, so I probably will be using it a lot more than my Master Sword. Anyways though, now that we've got this, I think this is a good place to end off the video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest. In the last episode we traveled all over Hyrule as youngling collecting golden skulltulas, heart pieces, stuff like that. In this episode, well, we're gonna go for a change of pace, relax a little bit, head into this building, and play a fun little mini game. So this is the fishing pond. That's right, we're going fishing today. Well, do you want to go fishing for 20 rupees? Sure, why not? Thank you kindly. Here's your rod and lure, young man. Mind the rules and have yourself a good time. Okay, listen up. Walk up to the water's edge and press L to look at a fish. While looking at a fish, you can cast your line with B. Press A to break the line. When the lure drops into the water, you can wiggle it with the control stick. If you're a novice, you can also use B. Reel in your lure with A. Hold down A and R to reel it in faster. If you feel a hit, press A and down to set the hook. After that, reel in with A. Do you understand? I got it, my dude. I'm so generous, I'll let you fish for as long as you want. However, you can keep only one fish. The biggest fish ever caught here was 6 pounds. After you cast, you can change your view with L. Let's fish. Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, so yeah, all we have to do right now is catch a fish that is heavier than 6 pounds, which shouldn't take us too long to do. There are a couple of different fish that we can catch. I believe the heaviest one that we can get right now is 10 pounds, but honestly, anything heavier than 6 pounds will do just fine. So I recommend going towards like the back section of the pond, since that tends to be where most of the heavier fish hang out. Try and stay away from the water's edge as you're walking along, since you can scare the fish. Although I do recommend swimming out to this log over here, since we can actually cast our lure from this log. Some of the fish might run away, but as long as you don't scare away all of them, you should be fine. I think that's actually the fish that we want right there. So let's cast our lure, and hopefully we can get a nibble or two. Oh, come on, baby. Grab that lure. You know you want to. Come on. I think that's like the perfect fish, too. Come on, dude. This might take me a couple of times, depending on how long it takes me, I might just cut until I get a bite. Come on, man. Just latch onto it. You know you want to. Do it. Grab it. Oh, come on. Alright, you know what? I'll just cut until I get a bite. So I'll see you guys in a second. Oh, yeah. Here we go. We got a bite, baby. Alright, fish. Get in here, man. Get in here. Do not do this to me right now. Do not struggle. Just freaking come on. Let's go, fish. Like, it should be relatively close to where I am, too. Oh, it's like right there. It is right there. Come on, fish. Come on. Get in. Don't you swim away from me. Come back here, you stupid fish. Oh, you're mine, baby. You are mine. It's getting closer. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, there we go. We caught one. It's 5 pounds. Are you kidding me? One fish. Oh, here we go. Round 2, baby. We got ourselves another fish. Come on, come on, come on. It's like right there. I can almost taste it. And let's see. How heavy is this sucker? 3 pounds. Oh, again, come on. All right, I think this is it. Come on, fish. All right, it's like right there. Don't you swim on that side of the log. Get over here, man. You are about to be my dinner. Just come on. Don't stop fighting. Just stop fighting. And why is this like so hard? Okay, there we go. Yes, that's a real lunker. 9 pounds. Perfect. Finally. All right, we're going to keep that fish. And, well, we're pretty much done. So, let's go and get it weighed. Which, I mean, is entirely pointless since the game already told us that it weighs 9 pounds. But whatever, you get what I'm trying to say. Now, there is this mythical beast called the Hylian Loach. And to get to appear, you gotta play the minigame 4 times. Or at least, you know, pay the dude 4 times. Then find the special lure. Then you can catch the Hylian Loach. There is no benefit to catching it other than bragging rights. So, I'm not gonna go out of my way to catch that fish. Anyways, dude, here, check out my fish. It's pretty cool. Whoa! This fish is huge. It looks like a new record. It's at least 9 pounds. Seriously, okay, here's your prize. And he's gonna give us a piece of heart. Thank you very much, dude. Alright, so I am done fishing for now, so I need back my sword, please. Yeah, I'll come back when I get older. The fish will get bigger too? Sure, man. That's sort of like a hint that, yeah, you will need to come back and play this minigame as an adult. But now that we're done with it for now, before we leave Lake Hylia, there is one other thing that I do want to take care of. So let's head over to this tilled section of dirt and talk to the Scarecrow. Yeah, I'm going insane. I am Benuru, the Scarecrow musical genius. I hear a song once and I never forget it, baby. Is that so? Well, let's take out our ocarina then. Well, you have an ocarina? Hey, why don't you lay a tune on me with it, baby? Alright, so you can make up any song you want. I'm just going to make it something easy to remember like that. Well, not bad. I will remember it for you anyway. I don't mean I can remember only 8 notes, but let's cut it right there for now, baby. Okay, so essentially that is the Scarecrow's song. You can make it whatever you want. I just prefer to make it something quick, easy to remember, because we will be using that later on to get to different areas, get some Skulltulas, other secrets, and potentially even make some progress in the temple. So, yeah, it's pretty dang important that you acquire it, and then remember it for when you actually need it. And remember, since you can make it anything, your Scarecrow song might be different than mine. Alright, so now that we're back in Hyrule Field, there's one quick secret that I would like to pick up, and then we're gonna go back to Gerudo Valley. But I think, yeah, if we stand right in the center of, like, this boxed-in section of fences, we can drop a bomb, and once that explodes, it's going to open up another cave that we can explore. So, down here we're going to find a business scrub of sorts. And oh my gosh, first person got hit in the face with a Deku Nut. That was kind of weird. But yeah, you want to talk to this guy because guess what? Alright, you, in return for sparing me, I will sell you a piece of heart for 10 rupees. That is like the best deal in this entire game. So, thank you very much, Business Scrub. And that does complete our 12th heart container. Not even bad. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm going to make my way over to Gerudo Valley, and I will see you guys there. Alright, so back in Gerudo Valley, we're going to grab this chicken again, and we're going to float down to that area on the left. And I cannot believe that I forgot about this in the last episode. Like, honestly, I could have saved myself a trip here if I had just, like, taken an extra second or two to remember exactly what I needed to get in this area at the time. But whatever, it's not a huge deal. Honestly, this is kind of obscure, but the secret is behind the waterfall, and I should have known, like, that is kind of a thing that happens a lot in Zelda. Like, chances are if there's a waterfall, you're gonna find a secret behind it. So yeah, what you want to do is jump behind the waterfall, make sure it's behind it because there is no current back here, and there's just like this ladder hanging out that we can climb, and all the way at the top is a sort of indentation in this waterfall that is home to a lovely piece of heart. Alright, so now that we got that piece of heart, I actually want to make my way over to Zora's River, and I guess I'll just meet you guys there. Okay, so the reason why I came back to Zora's River is because now we know enough songs to complete this, like, frog minigame. So let's head over here, and some frogs are looking at you from underwater. Well, is that so? Okay, let's pull our ocarina, and all these frogs are going to pop up. Let's play them a nice little song, shall we? You can pretty much pick any song you like. You just have to, like, know, I think, 6 songs in order to complete this, if I'm not mistaken. But every time you play them one song, the frogs will get bigger. Young lad, you play the ocarina well. That melody is so fine, Ribbit. We should all practice it. Take rupees as a souvenir. If you come up with another nice melody, please drop by and play, Ribbit, Ribbit. So yeah, every time you play the song, you will get 50 rupees. I'm just going to play them some more songs until eventually they are all, like, big size. Wait, what? Oh, I played the Song of Storms! Yeah, I totally forgot! Yeah, playing the Song of Storms will actually net you a piece of heart. I was just, like, going down the list of songs that I knew to play for these guys. I didn't realize that, the Song of Storms was actually next. Like, I was, gonna save that for after I make them all huge frogs, but whatever. I suppose it doesn't really matter. There's only one frog left anyway, so let's just play the song a time. He'll grow big, and, we'll get our next and final, 50 rupees. But that is not the only piece of heart that we can get from these frogs. Now they're all big, we can actually play another mini game with them. So, let's pull our ocarina one more time to summon our froggy friends. Look at us, we're all huge frogs. We are the world famous fabulous 5 froggish tenors, Ribbit. Make us jump so we can eat the bugs flying above us, Ribbit. Okay, then ready, set, go. Okay, so this can actually be kind of difficult. Like, you want to press the buttons that correspond to the frogs and the bugs that are above them on your ocarina. I believe it's a set pattern each time, so I'll probably go ahead and just, like, throw up the correct button order on screen. But let me try this again, and hopefully I do not screw it up this time. But like I said, it is rather difficult, and you do need to be, like, really, really quick about it. But I think that should do it. Young boy, you did great. Perfect. We are stuffed, Ribbit. Would you take this as a token of our gratitude? Well, let's see. It's a piece of heart, so of course I would. Thank you very much, my froggy friends. Alright, so I believe that wraps up just about everything that I want to do as Young Link right now. So, what do you say we play the Prelude of Light really quickly? That way we can travel back to the Temple of Time and return to the future so we can go to the next adult temple. It's about that time. We've done enough side questing and procrastination for now. Time to go back to the main story and make some progress. So of course, let's return to the pedestal of time and draw the Master Sword once again. That way, we can travel to the future. Let's go. Man, I don't know why, but I love, like, pulling and returning the Master Sword in this game. It's so satisfying. Alright, so, now that we're back to our adult self, there's a lot we can do, but I think we're going to save that for the next video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Alright guys, I know it's a little early, but I will be back. I'm gonna do some reaction videos. So I got 2 reaction videos I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna end this gameplay live stream early. So I will be back with 2 reaction videos. So I will be back. So that's gonna end this gameplay live stream. But I'll be back.
My heart rages around like an ocean